Yeah. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Let me do this really quick. And there we go. Bam. Huh? Can you guys speak real quick?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the mini-series finale of the Misadventures of the Booyahs. Today we have a wonderful cast of characters and players, and we're going to go ahead and go around and introduce everyone really quickly, starting with Utahime.
Hi, I'm Utahime. You can find me at Utahime Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer and cosplayer. You can also find me on Twitter at Brianna DeCoster. And also, too, on Fabled 42. I am a cast member there. So I play different games. One of them, Wizards of Ukador, where I play Kizana Moonshadow. And that's usually on Fridays. And Vault 42 on Saturdays at 6:30, where I play a Super Mutant Barbarian Ash. So definitely check them out as well.
Yeah, that's super cool. And then going over to Rob from Fantasy Banjo.
So I'm Rob from Fantasy Banjo, which is a grouping of me and all of my really good friends, making any and all creative projects we can. Right now, it's mainly me doing variety streaming on Twitch, and we are about to launch a new podcast with some of the other members from the group. A tabletop, a lot of TTRPG stuff, but really anything we can do to try to scratch that creative itch. You can find us everywhere. Anything you like is sold at Fantasy Banjo, everywhere.
Nice. And then going over to Andrew, and I have to go BRB really, really quickly. After you guys introduce yourselves, could you guys take a moment to like introduce your characters and what they look like, and how you guys actually feel at this moment, and like what you guys are going through your characters' heads and everything like that?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
He wants us to stall.
Okay. You want to
Exactly.
stall.
Please
This is
find me
what they,
time.
this is what they hire me for. What's up, everybody? My name is Andrew J. Alandy, also known as Duralath in the fighting game community. Happy to be here, of course. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Andrew J. Alandy. And then if you are also a fan of fighting games, twitter.com/Duralath. That's my dedicated fighting game Twitter, although there's a lot of overlap in there. I play the character Jeremiah Connor Ilagan, or JC for short, because I can't even pronounce my own name. I am a 22-year-old Filipino, fitting because that was kind of what I was back then. I am the only child of a pair of doctors who my parents, but I'm the kid who didn't go into the medical field. No, instead I decided to go into computer science and IT. My motivation was I really just wanted to be my own person, didn't want to follow in those footsteps. More or less, I've got my character actually has hair, although he's buzzed it for the most part. Beyond that, uh, basically the character is a kind of a reflection of my own self in my past years. But overall, really excited for what's going to happen tonight. Again, the finale of our story, and right now JC is, well, thankfully he decided to leave and get a little bit of rest. So because I got a little bit of rest, the nerves
At
are
whose house?
got rest at Bianca's house. Okay, gosh, Bianca, geez, can I like actually explain my story here without you having to chime in every like 2 minutes?
Okay, whatever.
I appreciate it. Yeah, but yeah, because JC got rest at Bianca's house, we're able to go back, and the nerves are a little gone, and hopefully we survive. We don't know yet. So I don't know. I think we'll like one of us should probably take over the hosting duties. And who hasn't introduced themselves yet?
That would
Ah,
be me.
get it. Go for it.
Oh. I am cosplaying beer. Ashley, as other people know me too. But what I do is I do cosplay and I do beer. I'm also a variety streamer on Twitch. I do a lot of horror games and then whatever else I feel like doing at the moment. And I'm also part of Fable 42. I haven't done too much with them, but I can once I get time off work and have the time to do so. I join in a lot on their veteran streams because I'm a United States Marine, so that's what I do normally for my day job. As far as my character goes, I'm Kat. My family owns like a mortuary service, so we deal with a lot of dead bodies all the time. And last session, I almost got thrown out a window, which is why I look all beat up. So she's not having the greatest time, but she also just hopped a fence with Dante, one of our buddies that's helping us out, and is going into the house because that made sense. So that's where we're at.
Makes sense.
That's amazing.
We're going back, right?
Yeah, I think we need to get
Okay.
we need to get info
Yeah.
about Bianca and Mike.
Okay. So hi guys, I'm Bianca Taylor. So I'm playing Bianca Taylor, who is basically just turned 21. So she's like 5'8", of course, blonde, green eyes. She always tells people that she got her looks from her mom, who was a really well-known, famous supermodel, and then her dad actually runs a really successful he's a CFO I should say, of Taylor Corp. So it's a commercial real estate company. So yeah, she's loaded. She's loaded. She got the money, but I like to say she's nicer. She's nicer than people give her credit for. She's just a little oblivious when it comes to what it's like to live without, lots of money. But she's definitely really trying to prove herself, prove that she can be responsible, and trying to get her dad to invest in her beauty line that she wants to start. So she's trying to become more independent that way. So she's actually in business communications as her major, so that way she can show that she can hold her own and without daddy's help all the time. But she will try to ask him to be an investor. So this is going to be her first run as a kind of a leader of a business, the Booyahs, ghost hunting business. So we'll see how it goes. Because right now, it seems like we're going to get in some trouble. So
No, it'll be fine. It'll be
Stay
good.
tuned.
It'll be fine.
we're fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Sure.
So I am playing Mike, who is your fuck up of the group. Basically, doing just enough to not get fired is his life's motto. He's got a part-time job at AMC movie theaters, and he's a criminal justice major, just to make sure he understands the rules just enough to not get himself into real trouble.
That's amazing. Oh yeah, go on. Oh, you're good.
No, I
Okay.
said just enough. I said
Oh yeah, just enough. Yeah.
Just
And then
also
yeah,
an only child, Bianca.
yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Well, I'm also too an only child. That's why I get a really good allowance.
So I've had a lot of
Like, it's
fun
black card.
getting to play with everyone here. So I want to thank you first off for going on this journey with me and like wanting to play this adventure, because I've been really excited to play a Kids on Bikes adventure, especially about like a Phasmophobia inspired one. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time tonight, this adventure focuses on these group of like college kids being, financially deprived and all that kind of stuff. Everyone but one, of course. And they all went to college together, and they were in the same math class. And unfortunately, the class was just way too hard for them. So what happened was that they actually got a tutor, which is JC, played by the ever good-looking and wonderful Andrew J. Alandy. And so he...
Who's disappeared.
I know, right? Who disappeared? The ghost got him. All right, he's dead. And so they succeeded in their actual like passing their exams. They all went to celebrate. They got drunk. They started their own paranormal investigation company, thinking just as a joke to make money from it, And then, sure enough, they got their actual first client that was going to pay them a lot of money, about like $5,000, $3,000 for the job. So they bought all
I
of.
believe it was 5.
I think it is 5. Yeah, I think it is 5. So they loaded up Bianca's dad's credit card to buy a bunch of equipment. They went to the house, got to investigate quite a bit, and at the actual their client's house, which is next to the actual murder house, that is where they started experiencing a lot of paranormal activity. So much so to the point of violence, where one of the actual ghosts threw Cat through a window. Is it Cat or Katie?
It's Catherine or Cat for short.
Cat. Okay. Cat makes sense because 9 lives, so that's definitely
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they
Hence the awesome makeup.
exactly looks so good. So Cat got just pretty much like just handled and thrown by a ghost, and running up to save the day was Mike as he tried to go and reach for Cat, and then just was like picked up and thrown across the room, making a crater into the wall, bruised ribs and all. And they now realize that maybe there's more to ghost hunting than just waving stuff around and all that. So they've decided, after all of those experiences, they actually are working with a cult specialist by the name of Shannon, and as I kind of mentioned before, who knows a lot about the situation. And she has recommended that they wait until the witching hour, which is 3 a.m., to go over to the actual Thorn residence, where is the quote-unquote murder house, and try to exorcise these ghosts. Now, she showed her prowess by actually putting one of the ghosts, the one that assaulted both Mike and Kat, into what appeared to be like a rag doll sort of thing with buttons for eyes and stitched mouths and everything like that. And they witnessed firsthand of her power that they were able to capture that ghost and put it into that doll. So if she could do it with one, then potentially she could do it with the 2 other ghosts that are still in the Thorn residence. And yeah, so it should be pretty cool. And
we have another person with us.
that's right, Dante.
Can't forget our
Yeah.
little ninja.
So
Me and him are in
Dante,
the house currently.
you're right.
Right?
Dante is one of my favorite characters I've ever written because he's essentially like me in high school. So
This
he,
explains everything.
once again, it's 2002, and he is just a weeb who loves manga and is dressed in a Akatsuki sort of like overcoat, and then also the Hidden Leaf Village headband, which Bianca and also Mike knew that it was that. So it's like, oh shit. So maybe some
Because
closet
Mike never
weebs,
stops talking about anime.
right? Exactly. And
It's just superior.
right,
Yeah,
as long as you
there's
watch,
a closet,
yeah, exactly.
We don't talk about.
Don't knock Gundam Weeb. Yeah. So, yeah. So then Dante's with them, and he has been a very mysterious character where he is just socially awkward. He mentions that he has powers, but he's kind of like an oddball, sort of. Shannon is an occult specialist. She has a giant grimoire, and you've seen firsthand what she's capable of. But Dante's kind of an oddball, like I said. So where we last left off was Kat and Dante hopping the fence to go from Socorro's house, which is their client, to the actual haunting backyard. And they got to the back sliding door. It was locked. And then that's when Dante begged Henry, the small little child ghost, to help them out. And because of Dante and Henry's friendship, it seemed to have had an impact because the door unlocked before their eyes and slightly slid open. So we'll go over to Beyond the Wall with Mike, Bianca, and JC. So, and also Shannon. What would you guys like to do as you've seen your 2 companions hop over the fence and disappear into the night?
I mean, I would like to wait because they said they were going to open the door.
Yeah, I can't get my outfit. I just bought it from Lululemon, so I don't want to ruin it. So I'm gonna wait.
Okay, I guess we're gonna vote that Mike as our fearless leader, saying wait, for I guess cosmetic reasons.
And are you currently on the sidewalk, right in front of the front door, or where would you guys like to position yourselves?
I'll just be standing in front of the door.
Stand in front of the door? Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm behind him.
Even though it is like a spring night and it is kind of chilly out, it gets so much more so when you're right near the front door. You can start seeing your actual breath, and you can sort of hear the house sort of settle from even beyond this, like, these pieces of wood and stone and steel that make up this wall and everything. Yeah. So you guys going over to Dante and Kat in the backyard, the sliding door has opened slightly, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna be like, cool. And then I'm gonna stick my head inside and be like, hello, anyone home?
Okay. So you stick your head inside, and then you say that, and it echoes throughout the empty like house quite a bit. It also feels very cold to you. You can see your breath and everything like that. And as you say, hello, you actually hear like a slight bang off in the distance, a bit. You look around though, you don't see anything. It's pretty dark. Do you have your flashlight out?
No, but I'll
Okay.
get it out after this.
It's
Because I was
blinking. Just
climbing
kidding.
a fence, and I don't think I would have my flashlight out after that. So I'll get it out
Yeah.
after. Yeah, like that's my next move is
That
to
works.
pull out the flashlight.
Dante, you kind of like Scooby-Doo poke your head over the like beyond the sliding door and look in, and he goes, I mean, it looks clear, but I'm feeling a lot of energy here. There's a lot of mixed up chakra here. And he goes, do you want me to go in by myself to unlock the door, or do you want to come with me? The entire time he will not look you in the eyes. He's stumbling, he's mumbling.
No, I'll stick with you. We're together.
And then he goes, okay. And then he ends up walking into the actual residence. And the quiet is very eerie, as this area in South Phoenix doesn't have much traffic, especially at night. So it's very just eerily quiet.
So I'm actually gonna be like, I'm gonna be pulling out my flashlight, and then I'm gonna ask Dante like, hey, you cool if I turn on like the flashlight? Like, is that okay?
And
You seem to
yeah.
know what you're doing.
And he goes, yeah, that would probably be for the best. Can't see anything here. And he whips out
Okay.
his own flashlight. Yeah. And yeah, you guys look around the area. You quickly find the front door, as it's just opposite from the sliding door. You have to cross the actual dining room / kitchen, the right by the staircase and the living room, and then you get to the front door. If you'd like to head right
This
over.
is the Edgewood Street House.
No, what? No, what? No, it's like... Oh, you're muted, I think.
Oh no.
Oh, is she?
There we go.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Sorry, I said I also imagined the exact same thing.
Right?
I think we all know, like, everyone who plays Phasmophobia is like, I know
There we go,
what this is.
Right? Da-da. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so, how would you like to proceed? And if you need any
Stealthily?
advice, yeah, that's fine. So stealthily would be your flight check. To gather information around
Okay.
you, to hear anything
Oh.
would be brains and all that. To just sprint to the door would probably be a flight check as well. But
Well, I'm gonna try and be stealthily. That's. What do I need to roll? Like, what's my?
we're gonna say 6.
That's 4.
A 4? Okay. Do you want to spend anniversary, or you're fine?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm going for it.
So
I get a diversity token for that though, right?
yes, you
No?
do get a diversity
Good.
token. Yeah. So
Do you have easy going as one of your checkboxes?
yeah, definitely check your strengths, because this will be the time to use it.
I have prepared and unassuming.
Oh,
Unassuming's a good one. Make sure you check that one out for sure.
Yeah.
So, with a 4, you try your best to be as quiet as possible, but you end up actually hitting just a part of the floor that's kind of creaky, and it sounds like deafening in such a quiet environment. And as you do so, Dante's kind of behind you, and his heart also like stops as he looks over to you. And for the first time, this entire time you met him, he actually does look you in the eye, but that's out of like a fear or concern for a moment. As suddenly a voice that is kind of like a double voice, sort of, where it sounds like two people talking over one another, comes from upstairs and goes like, "Henry, are you home? Is that you?" And then you and Dante just exchange a glance of concern. On the outside of the house, you guys hear nothing. There are windows if you want to peer in. What? See?
We didn't hear Vegito talking just now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What would you like to do?
Oh.
I'm gonna ring the doorbell.
Okay, you ring the doorbell, and like at the worst possible timing, right after that, you guys are like, "Oh shit!" The doorbell rings like ding dong, and then there is no more voice, but you can tell it's almost as if things are watching you at this point. You kind of get this; your instincts are flaring up.
Mm, forward's good.
And you see Dante actually raise his hands in a sort of like odd manner, where he, for everyone else, it's like doing Naruto hand signals, like getting ready to do so, getting to throw hands, but in a different sense. And yeah, so you walk over to the front door. Is that correct? Or do you want to go upstairs by yourself?
Oh no, I'm going to the front door first.
Okay.
I'm also like out of the corner of my eye watching him do hand signals and trying to like
Mimic them,
maybe hoping that's gonna protect me and do the same thing.
right?
Communicating back, yes.
Exactly. Yeah. You do make your way to the front door. You can even see their shadows outside of the windows, although they might be like dusty and has like soot over it and all that kind of stuff. You do kind of see it through it a little bit to see their shadows kind of moving beyond the door.
I definitely see the shadow and jump for a second and then go, oh, okay, like realizing that it's
Yeah.
just them, and then I'm gonna try to open the door.
Okay. Yeah, you unlock the main lock and then you turn the handle. You see your companions out there, and you guys on the outside, JC and Mike and Bianca, you look upon Kat and Dante as they are wide-eyed, and it looks like they've seen a ghost. And so
Oh my god, are you okay?
Yeah, you look like you've seen a ghost.
Not seen,
Yeah.
maybe heard, but like, you know, we like more ears the better.
Wait, ghosts can talk?
I don't know.
No,
Maybe?
But you just said you heard something. Like, you heard, like, them talking, but there's, like, nobody, like, everybody was murdered, right? Like, there's, like, no one in this house.
well, it sounded like two people asking if Henry was home, and Henry, like, wouldn't be home because he dead.
That's totally weird. Yeah, like...
Maybe
well,
it's
okay,
like a recording. You
let's
know,
come
it
inside,
could
and we're gonna figure this
be
out together.
like a security thing. Maybe it's a security trigger that
Yeah.
sets it off when they go in the house. You know?
Like for when you go away on vacation.
Right.
Yeah,
For
like, I mean, Daddy usually, like, hires, like, you know, security, like, who, like, watch around, like, the estate and, like, walks around, and they have their, like, clubs and their guns and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know why they would need it for this small house, though. You know, it's not as... I don't know. Maybe they hire the same company, the Allied Security Service. I don't know.
And JC, as they're all talking amongst themselves, you're kind of looking beyond the porch, and you're seeing that things are starting to pick up weather-wise as a slight like sprinkling to drizzling is occurring, as clouds have kind of gathered, and you kind of wonder like, were those always there? If I felt like there was a clear, night sky, but sure enough, clouds have moved in and rain is happening.
Hey, I don't know if anybody here checked like the weather. I mean, usually we're inside at this hour, but hey, let's move in because it's starting to rain. Hey Bianca, I don't think you want to wreck your hair or your new
No,
outfit,
of course
right?
not. Okay,
Yeah,
let's come inside.
we gotta go
Okay.
inside.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
But I think I got a solution.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my flashlight on and like shine it down into the house. Just be like, Phoenix PD, anybody here?
It is very, very quiet. And then for a brief moment, you feel like you hear a bit of pitter patter from upstairs and kind of see the ceiling like bow a little bit from a bit of weight. And then it goes quiet again.
Hello, Phoenix PD. The door was the door was open and we just came in. Hello.
Go and do a charm check.
Great. Now we're impersonating the PD. Isn't
It's
that what you're calling it?
it's my major. We're good.
Sure, you're major. You're not there yet.
What am I? What am I rolling?
It'll be a
Charm
Man.
it'll be a 7. Yeah.
for charm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got 7 exactly? Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Nice. So,
Phoenix PD.
so with the 7, what happens is that you kind of like say this with authority and all that kind of stuff, and it seems pretty quiet. The tension is not released, but there's no new sounds, or there's no anything else. You're seeing your breath, and you're hearing the sound of rain pick up on the outside, and yeah.
All right, I think they left.
And and then Shannon tries to make her way from the back to the front and going, the longer we stay here, the worse it's going to get. This place is just like drowning in spirits and like restlessness and bitterness and hatred. I'm going to go ahead and take this actual living room to start doing my thing. What I'm going to need for everyone is to find where these ghosts actually are in this house, because there's a certain spot that their souls like are clinging to, and they just can't get away from it. So I need you guys to find that area while I prepare this. And
I think it's probably upstairs. I think.
she kind of
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
and she nods as she goes, yeah, that's probably a good place to look. As she like takes off her sort of jacket and throws it like semi-casually on a very like rough looking couch that seems to have seen better days, and the whole area of this looks very not very good, as there's a lot of aftermarket stuff, a lot of recycled stuff, and a lot of trash everywhere. Whether it was there during the conflict or whether it's always been there, you're unsure, but there's mysterious stains in different places and all these different, like, it doesn't look like a very good place, especially to raise a child in. And she begins to take out some of her materials from her giant purse, and then begins to start whipping them actually out. Dante kind of like side eyes her a little bit and doesn't feel comfortable that much. And is there any questions you guys have right now, or anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna take out my ESPN device and my flashlight.
You take out your ESPN limited edition EMF reader, and and then you activate it, and with your flashlight as well, and then and yeah.
Okay, let's go upstairs, guys, and try to find these ghosties.
Cool. Might as well.
Yeah, that sounds like something we should do.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a flashlight out as well. And did we have a UV light as well?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I fancy the concept of dual wielding flashlights, even though I'm not using one at the moment. So we're just gonna use one, and then if we need to, I have another one just in case. Yeah.
With their powers combined.
Yeah.
No.
You could make a rave.
Cancel each other out.
Yeah, right?
Make a rave.
Yeah. So
I
good.
still have the the spirit box that I had from last time, as well as the walkie-talkie, the Patrick Star walkie-talkie on my hip,
Yep. Good.
Add
Okay.
cheese.
and cheese. That's important.
Smart. It's good for morale.
Yes. Okay. So, you guys make your way. You're currently in the living room, beyond the front doors. Finally, as some people want to go upstairs. Do all of you want to go upstairs, or would any of you like to branch off to do your own thing?
I'm going upstairs.
Okay, Bianca's going upstairs. Kat's going upstairs.
Yeah.
JC's going upstairs. Okay, all of
We're
you.
leaving the crazy person by herself with all of her doodads.
Dante decides to stay with you guys, as well as he and Kat obviously heard what was happening upstairs, and then he is already at the staircase, looking up at, peering with his flashlight, and sees like nothing and waits for you guys. As you guys make your way up the stairs, it is creaking from the weight of all of you at the same time, and it just is deafening and very loud as everything else in here. You can hear slightly the patter of rain from outside now as it's picking up for sure. And on the walls, you see some very old photos that has a lot of dust on it, and there's kind of like crooked. Some of them have fallen down from various conflicts and everything that seem to showcase this family at a better time. Henry seemed to be just a baby, and then you see that Jane and Adam, who were the actual like parents, were there with their newborn and just kind of like cradling it and looking at it, and various other photos of different moments in their lives. It seems like they had a lot more money than they did now. And as you make your way up, you do actually see a series of doors. Most of them are open, where some of them actually has a bathroom, a few master bedroom, and then guest bedroom, and a closet, and a bunch of other stuff. So far, you don't quite see anything out of the ordinary. What would you guys like to do?
All right, so I think I know how to. I think I know how to get their attention the fastest. So they died in a fire, right?
One of them was stabbed and died in a fire. The other one seemed to have been like
Stabbed and died in a fire?
Yes.
They were still alive after the stabbing?
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to confirm the kill, right?
Oh my god.
JC says, yeah. I'm just kidding. All right. So yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna go to the closest room and say, "Hey, you in here?"
Okay. So you
I have an idea they died in a fire, right? Hey, are you in here?
yeah, right?
I'm
would've
just gonna
cleared,
kind of like point her device in that direction.
I was expecting you to like turn on a lighter or something. It was just like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
I
an
was
idea.
Definitely
Hey,
gonna piss off the whoever died in a fire, but I thought they all died in a fire, so that no
Just
longer applies.
So you go to the room nearest to you, and you open up to see that it looks to be like, and this is just the information you gather immediately. When you open up this room, it's very dark. As you point your flashlight sort of around, you see various posters on the walls for like Naruto, Gundam Wing, and like Dragon Ball Z, and all this different stuff, and some figurines as well, and Pokemon stuff. And you do see like a small child's bed that's things are overturned. A lot of these toys are broken; they're not like new, and the posters does have scratches or holes in it, and a whole manner of other things. There on the actual dresser, you find is a walkie-talkie that is SpongeBob is actually on it. And as you go
Does
in there,
the device go off at all?
yeah, as you guys go in there, there's two things that happen. One, Mike, after you gather that information, you kind of look around and you look towards the bed and see that the light was being caught by something, like two, it seems like small orbs, and then right as your flashlight points towards it, it proceeds deeper into the underneath the bed, and to the point where you can't like really see anything there. And go ahead and do a grit check of 4. And Bianca, the moment that you're like right behind Mike, pointing your ESPN limited edition EMF reader, and you do see it register as a 3. The moment that you point into this room,
I got a 2.
you got a 2. Okay, so with a 2, you are feeling very nauseous at this point, and you're starting to like sweat as you're like, holy shit, like that seems very real and apparent, you know. No one else
I think I
actually.
had too much cheese.
Oh my god, guys! Like, is it supposed to be like going off like this? Like, it's like lit up in here. It's like three of these like lights are going off right now.
Do I like when I go into the room, do I notice that this is the bedroom that's like directly across where I saw the apparition the first time?
Yes, you look into this room and see the window and look across to Socorro's actual room and where you guys were. Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the window and kind of like put my hand on it, and I'm gonna look at JC and say, you might want to try the UV light here.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the UV light, just kind of lackadaisically, and click it on and shine in Kat's general direction.
Okay.
Kind of maneuver it to where she's trying to shine.
You take your UV flashlight, you wave it around and actually point it towards the window, and you do see there are like neon green actual fingerprints there pressed against it, a tiny one a little bit. And yeah, while it's there, your heart kind of stops for a moment as you're like, oh, this is getting more and more real. And yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Like, Kat, did you put some like rave paint on your hands or something?
No, I saw this right before I got attacked. It was the same thing, except it was like one set of little handprints and a couple of large ones.
So
And I think this is the matching walkie-talkie to what's over here. And I want to go over and pick up the SpongeBob walkie-talkie, and I want to lay them both on the bed.
Okay. You lay them both on the bed. They kind of whine a little bit as they're. Are they both on, or are they currently off?
I like mine's still on, so
Okay.
as long as the other one's on.
Okay. You turn on the SpongeBob one, and it whines a little bit for being a little bit too close to one another. Do you want to pull yours back a little bit, or keep it there, or anything?
Yeah, I'll pull it back a little bit, and I'll actually I'll leave the SpongeBob one on the bed, and then I'm gonna back up to like the opposite wall and like hold the walkie-talkie there.
Okay, you do so as the SpongeBob walkie-talkie is currently on the bed, turned on, and you have the Patrick Star one, and you're walking up and now like leaning against the actual wall, opposite from the bed, and then you do hear a bit of crackling and a bit of static, and then a small voice for a brief like moment comes in with full clarity, as it goes like, do you want to play with me? And then it goes back to crackling and sort of like white noise sort of thing. And so who all is in the room currently?
I think we're
So
all in the
Bianca?
room, aren't we?
I think
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're all
we're
in this room. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then you all hear it. It's legitimate that a small voice came through the actual speaker.
what was that?
Did anybody give Dante one of our walkie-talkies? Did
Um,
they get on those things?
Dante also in the room with us.
Dante is actually outside of the room in the like hallway essentially, as he's kind of looking to the other rooms. But the moment that he's heard the voice, he looked over to you guys and goes like, "That's Henry's voice. He is here." And then he kind of like steps in quite a little bit to like hover over your own walkie-talkie, and then goes
yeah,
like,
I go to hand it to him because I noticed that he's looking at it.
Okay, and he takes it and he kind of like triggers it and goes like, "Henry, we're here to help you. Like, can you tell us, what we need? This is Dante." And then you hear the voice crackle a little bit and goes, "Dante, I miss you, Dante. I haven't visited your house in a long time." And he goes, "You were gonna show me your new Naruto, manga." And then Dante kind of like goes like, "Yeah, man. One day we'll have to actually do that. But for right now, like, can you tell us what's going on?" And then the crackling gets a little bit louder, and it goes like, "Oh, she's back. You hide." And then it goes like, it whines at a very loud rate as from
Guys, we should hide. We should hide.
It's
The last
like
time
what
that
happened last
I
time.
didn't.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
and it was bad, so we should hide.
But where we can't all fit into this tiny like closet over here.
Cat, is there space under the bed?
there is, yeah. It seems like it would have to be a slender person, but it only is like one person that can fit under the bed. In this room, there is a closet. There is a like rocking chair that's in the corner of the room. There are, is a dresser as well and various other stuff. There's also the hallway with various doors that most of them are open. It seems like
How many people can fit into the closet?
Yeah, I was gonna go for the closet.
comfortably two,
Cat's gonna try and go
at
under
max
the bed.
3. Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna beeline for the closet.
Okay.
Me also. Is it a flight check?
It is, yes.
Fantastic.
For everybody?
Yep.
Flight check of what?
The flight check is going to be of 6.
19.
Jeez.
Jesus. Yeah, you're fine.
That's my D20.
As Bianca's like, "Guys, we should." You're already in the closet, like closing it on everyone.
Okay, I got a 5, but I'm gonna use one of my adversity tokens.
You got a 5? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Got a 2? Okay, so,
So I
what,
use one of my adversity tokens to make it the
to
what it needs to
succeed?
be.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
What do they need?
6. And this is
I
a
will
snap
use it
action.
Don't
all-
waste-
No.
Yeah, this is a
Don't
snap
waste-
action, so you
Alright.
can't help each other out with.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide under the bed.
It's nice knowing
I
you.
got a 6, and then because my dice is a 6, so that means I roll again because it's exploding dice.
That is correct. Yep.
So I got a 10 total.
Okay, so you got a 10. So everyone succeeded except JC. So
Oh no.
yep.
He's too
All right.
old.
Yeah, I was gonna, seeing as everybody else tried to bail and the closet was like what I was thinking, but since that was gone, I was gonna try and make a beeline for downstairs to see, can I get down to where Shannon was?
Okay. So so what happens in this moment? At least this is why you want. If you want to change anything, that's fine. So what happens at this moment is that the moment that he starts like crackling and warning you guys in a very broken sort of connection, and it whines that it's like it's just crescendos and everything like that. All of you
And I'm
scatter.
like, nah, man.
Yeah, you're like, we know what happened as you guys limp over to. So
And then I tell Mike, don't you try anything funny just because we're in this closet, so don't get any ideas.
Shut your fucking mouth for once in your life.
Well, whatever. I'm just trying to warn you, okay?
Okay,
I got
fine.
mace. I'm
Okay.
not afraid to use it.
It's fine.
So
Got me.
what happens is that Kat goes under the bed, darts under there, and like scoots and everything like that. Mike and Bianca go ahead and go into the closet and like rustle it shut, and JC kind of like doesn't know what to do as he's panicking, and Dante kind of just like gestures him like we gotta go to another room, and you guys make your way out to the hallway, and you immediately peer down to the staircase. And you see a woman with extremely like long hair and very long limbs of arms that they're dragging on the actual like floor. And you see her kind of like shudder and like look, and you see her hair begins to part slightly as her eyes are about to like look upon you. So go ahead and tell me what you want to do. Whether you want to run or you want to grit to look back at her. If you want to do a fight check and do a drop kick down the actual staircase towards her.
Wait, that would be what check down the
Shooting
staircase?
star.
Yeah.
Drop kick?
5-star frog splash. Yeah.
Okay, so Dante said we need to get out of here, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. As he gestures, just abandon this room. We got to go to somewhere else. And you guys are in the
Okay.
hallway. He's currently trying to find another room to go in. He's like, JC, over here, man. Come on. And you're staring at this abnormal woman that's at the bottom of the staircase.
I definitely want to follow Dante. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Can I follow Dante into a room? Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and do a grit check. You need a 6 to succeed.
Is this a snap decision?
Yes, it is.
Damn.
Face.
So I can't take half, can I?
Unless you have the trait that says so.
No,
Cool
I don't.
under pressure.
I think it's cool
No.
under pressure. Yeah. Okay.
I don't have cool under pressure,
All right.
unfortunately.
Go ahead and roll.
That's an 11.
Nice. So with an 11, you look at her and you're like, oh, and your fight or flight response kicks in as you turn to Dante and see him gesturing to you to like, get in the
Throw
bathroom.
Dante at him.
Yeah, there you go. Pick up Dante, who is very, very skinny. Yeah, he's very tall, very skinny. And you guys make your way into the bathroom as he closes it shut, and he goes like, get behind me. And then as you're like, get behind him, he does a series of Naruto hand signals.
You
It
actually
seems
get behind the child and put him in front of you in danger.
Shield.
I'm not my brother's keeper.
yeah, right. So, you guys hear the sounds of odd footsteps. Like normal footsteps just sound like there's weight being pressed down against the floor, and these sound like bowling balls are being dropped on every so often. Like every few feet, it's like nothing, and then suddenly a big drop of something. As
I turn off my flashlight.
all right, it is blinking quite wildly. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I turned it off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the thing what happens is that you guys hear it. At least the best you can gather the information. The one that can see the most right now are Kat, Mike, and I was gonna say Beyonce, Bianca. So you guys are in the actual closet. You can see through the shutters a little bit. If you want to, you can choose to look away. And then there's, of course, Kat under the bed, who you have full view of like the floor level. As you watch as something is coming into the room, but it's not like walking into the room. It is like blinking every so often as it's kind of like traveling and checking in different areas. And you hear the whining of the actual walkie-talkies. We're going to say that you abandoned on the floor next to the closet, and the other one's on the bed still, like right above you. As it seems
Well,
to be.
so Dante had the other walkie.
Oh,
because I passed it off to him.
that's right. You're right. Right. Okay. He abandoned it on the floor then. So it's like,
Sounds
fuck
good.
this. Yeah. So it is whining just loudly as this presence is coming into this room. Who chooses to actually look at it?
I'm assuming that the slits are like down, so I could only see like maybe waist or lower, or like shins or lower.
Correct. Yep.
But I want to know, like, if there's something there that I can see. So I'm gonna look. But
Yeah,
if I see something,
definitely.
I'm gonna hold the flashlight like it's a, I don't know, something sword.
Yeah. So, and I'm basically holding on to my mace in case I don't trust Mike, because
Just in
I
case,
heard
Mike.
rumors in school that he tries to, like, get a little handsy at times. So
Oh,
I mean, so I'm looking at him, making sure he doesn't try anything funny.
isn't?
So I'm not looking at the.
that's funny. Okay, so you are not looking at outside of the shutters then. So
No.
for and
I'm
Kat,
looking
are
at
you?
Mike.
She's just in the corner of the closet looking at
I
me.
know, right? Like do something, do something. Okay, so, and Kat.
I'm looking at it. I'm
Okay.
trying to see what it is.
All right. So you see this apparition actually stop for a moment as it appears solidly, as it's both on has both feet like sort of on the ground, as it seems like one shoulder is slumped over and both arms are just dragging on the floor as its arms are just elongated, and the nails and hair are just unruly and very wild and curly, at least fingernails and all that kind of stuff, as it kind of like stops and like looks around the room for whatever is making the noise, the source of the noise. And so for Mike and Kat, go ahead and give me a grit check of 11 as you look upon this
Damn
thing
it.
that should not exist, that is inhuman.
It could just
and
be a homeless
unnatural.
person, right?
Yeah, forearms grow that long. Yeah,
14.
14. Okay,
Wow.
you're totally fine. You're like, I love this.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen worse
Yeah, right.
in the mortuary.
I almost got
It's
thrown
fine.
out a window. It's fine.
feel-
I'm fine. It's fine.
I feel so
Yeah,
alive.
right.
Yeah. And then Mike.
I got an astounding 2.
All right. So what happens is that everything goes quiet as it was shuddering, it was sort of breathing raggedly, and
Oh,
then suddenly
no.
it's quiet as it was going to look over to the bed, actually using its very long and crusty and yellowed and thick fingernails to lift the actual comforter and blankets from the bed. But then for a moment, it snaps its head back over to you, Mike, and then it just charges full blown as you feel it begin to just peer into you as you sort of like look into the abyss and are unable to actually look away. So what I'm going to need you to do is either do a brawn check or a grit check, and let me know what you want to choose.
I guess grit.
Grit? Okay. So the grit check you're going to need to succeed this is going to be an 11. As this apparition... Go on.
If I see it going over there, can I try to do something to distract it as well? I don't know if that would help him or not, or if it's like a split second.
Yeah, like, can we assist if I see
Right.
that thing is trying to, like, come after him?
Because I would, like, if I'm watching him try to, like, the ghost try to suddenly go that way, I want to try and distract it if I can.
So what is happening is that it's like hovering over you. It's like super cold at this time as actual frost is appearing before your eyes. And then the moment it stops and snaps its head backwards towards the closet, you see it just disappear and reappear right at the closet. And Mike? So you say grit, right? And you need 11.
So you fuck, bro.
It's a hard one.
Oh,
Do you want
Geese.
to use a adversity token? Do you have any?
Can I be unassuming?
Yes. Yes.
That should have been used before.
Yeah, it should have, but
So-
here we are.
All right. So what happens?
No.
I don't have enough adversity tokens, anyways, to make that
happen?
so.
All right. So what happens is that you watch Mike grow like wide eyes as his jaw drops in fear of it, watching this unnatural terror. pierce through the actual closet without doing any damage to it. Maybe it moves slightly, and it actually just like throws itself into Mike as Mike just shudders and like kind of has a seizure in this closet with you as the apparition is gone, but Mike is like his body is freaking out now as it's like collapsing in front of you.
She thinks he's getting
Which
handsy.
we're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see that.
Yeah, now I get maced. Thanks.
Wait, but
We are gonna see.
hear
Go
me out. Maybe it'll snap him out of it if I mace him.
Maybe we didn't use enough mace. Let's mace him again. So, Bianca, your situation is that you're watching him like convulse wildly as your flashlights are off, so you don't know what's going on. You just see him thrashing in the shadows, and he is now like falling upon you. Go ahead and do a brawn check to see if you can withstand his weight of a full-grown man.
No.
And then you guys all hear crashing coming from the closet.
That would be a 1.
A 1? He falls upon you. All right, and
What?
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna do it because
love how
I don't know
our
what's
roles
happening.
like
So
the
it's like,
last 2,000 years.
God, you're such a pig. Bray.
spray mace.
Wow,
It's
he's
like,
falling on.
I mean, we
"God."
are in a closet together, so you're
Oh.
also macing yourself.
Yeah.
No, because it's like one of those small
Oh
ones.
no, that's a thing.
Is it a thing?
Like-
Well, that's fine. Bring it on. Bring it on.
This
Bring
is
it on.
welcome to your CS gas training.
What
Yeah.
considered? Bring it on. I don't think I'm
Deal
gonna.
with it.
I think I'm aiming at him, so I want to try to make this happen because hopefully it'll snap him out of it while I'm also too not aware that this has taken place.
Okay. So go ahead and do a fight check, Bianca. In order to
Throwing hands.
for the mace at least, yeah. So
Oh.
so you're gonna need a 15 in order to succeed this one.
She's gonna do really well at macing me.
I know, right?
No, that is a 6.
A 6? Okay, you do fail. Make sure you rack up those adversity tokens, because like keep that in mind.
Oh no, I
I
am.
have
We are gonna need that.
I have
So
a question.
go for it. Yeah.
Am I dead?
You are not dead.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna hold on to my adversity tokens.
Oh yeah.
Blanca, you're
So-
dead, bud.
Otherwise, I was gonna help her mace me.
So you like grab her hand and like point it directly in your eyeball, and it's just like.
Oh, Bianca, thank God it's you.
Yeah.
So sorry. So what
It
happens?
seemed like he was like trying to touch the goods, so I had to mace
Yep.
him. I probably maced
Put him in his
myself.
place.
That's
Literally, how people try and touch the goods is like
It's-
this.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
Flail,
can't see. We're in the dark. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
lights
happening.
off.
so what happens is that you right before he falls upon you as he's thrashing and in your defense it seems like he is like something wild's going on, so maybe just as a fight response you just push down as hard as you can on that spray button and then spray him as he collapses and falls upon you as you weren't prepared for his actual weight, and some of the actual mace juices liquid falls on your face as well, stinging your actual eyes as it burns, and you hear them you hear the sound of Bianca
Oh
yelp
my God,
and
let's kill you!
and-
Makeup.
and then now remember, Kat is underneath the bed. You see that there's chaos happening within this closet as the closet is slightly parted open now, and you see Mike has fallen on Bianca. And what would you guys like to do?
So I was already like seeing the ghost kind of look at that direction and then appearing back there. Like my action was already starting to try and come out of the bed, like from underneath the bed to try
See what
and
happened?
stop
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no, over here. Like I get out from under the bed and that's what I say, and then realize that all hell is breaking loose in the closet.
So
We're
you
trapped in the closet.
yeah,
Just gonna
in
say
the
that.
closet. Yeah. So you shimmy out of the actual underneath the bed, and you're over by the closet. JC, would you like to do anything at this time?
Dante and I are still in the bathroom, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, not a very, very ideal spot. I'm gonna whisper to the kid, be like, I'm hoping
mean-
it's safe to get out there. I don't do.
You do
hear
need to
anything
pee
out there?
yourself, so I mean, that's good. So,
Definitely don't want to leave myself in a compromised position.
Right.
So, I'm gonna lean over to Dante and be like, "Kid, how did you know to go in here?"
He looks back to you and goes like, I don't know, I've just always been born with a high amount of chakra. When you have that much, you just notice different things, I guess. And here, there's a lot of evil chakra. There's specifically that one seems to be the most powerful, but I don't know who that is. I know Henry's here, and I think his mom is here, but I don't know who that is. And as he says this, he opens the door and goes like, we got to help them out. As you kind of like run over mint chocolate chip. Nice. You end up
chocolate chip. Yeah.
So you head over to the actual Henry's room, and you see that there's like chaos happening in the closet. As I assume that you guys open up the closet to assist. Would you like to be like, she's fine?
Yeah, I'm opening up the closet.
Okay, so you open the closet to find Bianca like being crushed under the weight of Mike, and Mike is frothing at the mouth as he has like super burned eyes, as his eyes were completely wide open, non-blinking, while the mace just was like poured into it, and he's unable to control his actions. It seems like as he's still convulsing. You're going to need a brawn check to lift him off of Bianca.
Oh God!
Yeah, I'll try that.
Are we?
And you're going to need a 5 to succeed.
Oh,
Nice.
that's an 8.
Nice. With an 8, you just grab him and sort of like under one arm and just like pull him as hard as you can. You pull him off of Bianca, and Bianca, you can finally like breathe deep, sort of, as you're still suffering from mace.
Oh, God, he was totally trying to like make out with me or something, and now it's like, oh, that one time I accidentally put like mascara in my actual eye when I was first learning how to apply it, and it hurts. Oh my God. I mean, I know that I'm attractive, but there's no reason to be that aggressive about it. I'm sorry, like we can never be. Oh my
Is
God.
he still seizing at this point?
Yes, yeah.
I think something's actually wrong with him, and then
I can't see anything. What's happening? Oh my God.
Have Dante and I made it back, by the way, to them?
Yep, you guys are in the room. Yeah.
Okay, we're in the room. Okay.
Your rosary
Welcome to
is
the
like your rosary is super scorching hot right now. As Dante looks over to Mike and goes, something's not right about him. You guys need to leave. I feel like something's gonna happen, and he kind of like looks to you guys and hopes that you guys take his actual word, but it seems kind of weak as he doesn't quite give much information to you.
I
I'm
need
gonna
to go
eat
to
some
the
candy
bathroom
while
or
my
something.
friends watch me die.
With prepared, would I have like access to like maybe like a first aid kit or something to try
Absolutely,
and help
yeah.
him stop seizing? So what would I need to roll for that?
So we're gonna say you do have a first aid kit, but you'll have to describe how you want to stop him from, like what you do, whether it's like you try to shake him, you like slap him across the face, or whatever to get his senses back.
Just put your wallet in my mouth.
You gotta bite down on something.
Yeah.
I mean,
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a pillow from the bed to put it under his head and then try to lay him on his side.
Okay. So you do so as you're trying to care for for Mike, as Dante is looking like towards the room all around, and you see him start to cast or like use his hands to like signal things, and as he's hesitating for the last kind of like signal, it seems like, and he goes like, you guys should get out of here, and like just go back to Shannon, and he kind of says in a hurried breath,
go back to Shannon. I thought you didn't like
go-
her. You've been
See?
shooting her.
Thing. Oh my God. Can
He
someone
can
just like
say that.
direct me to the bathroom?
No. Don't go that route. We're not going that route.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I can't see anything.
Look, just take my hand. Dante, are you sure it's safer with Shannon?
and he goes like, yeah, you guys need to go now. As you watch, all of you, as Mike stops frothing at the mouth, and then you just see his body just go from like laying flat to laying vertically, just like as a sort of whooping like up, just completely unnatural, as he's now on his feet and he's no longer frothing, and his eyes has changed. What was your eye color before, Mike?
Green.
Green? Okay. It goes from green to actual brown, like before your actual eyes, as he like looks around to you all, and then looks specifically to JC, and then just begins to charge at you, swinging. So give me a brawn check.
I just David Bowie'd back to life. Like I just.
Yep.
I'm making a
Oh
broad
my
check.
god.
Oh my goodness.
What do I need to pass?
Now you don't. For this one, it's his fight
Oh, he
check
said one. He
versus
said
your
one.
brawn.
Oh, it's my brawn?
Yeah. So whatever you roll, if you succeed higher than him, then if you get a higher roll than him, then you're in the good. Better. So what'd you get?
This is Braun. have to roll
His brawn, and then your fight. But I'm rolling your fight for you.
Oh, good. My fight's a D4.
What'd you get, JC? You got a 3? Okay. Well, thankfully, even though you see Mike, who is, your friend, he seems like a good dude, as he's charging towards you, as his pupils have changed color, and you see the only thing that seems to have saved you was his, like, ribs that have been damaged, as he goes to try to, like, throw a punch, and he, like, winces and, like, falls to his knee a little bit, but still, like, thrashing all about. As you guys are all on high alert, as he's looking specifically to you, JC, to like fuck up.
Kick me.
Essentially.
Kick me when I'm down.
Holy crap! Like, so he's a threat to everybody basically. But like, I don't hit people. Like, that's not who I am.
Neither do I. I have a D4.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Yeah.
I would
guys
like to
can
be
do-
unpossessed.
Right now I can't see anything. So I'm like, what is going on? You guys are like, things are happening. I
Will-
can't see anything.
We'll actually go ahead and do that. So, Rob, go ahead and roll a grit check. You need a 16 to
God.
succeed.
Damn it. No, just 2 complete maximum die rolls, okay?
Cat, you're the only one who can save this
To
crazy
2.
situation.
All right, so with the 2, what happens is that you find yourself, you feel like a whisper in your body, and something malicious has taken it completely over,
Oh,
and you feel as it's
no.
like just holding your throat, as you cannot speak. You can only watch through your eyes as you begin to thrash upon your friends, using everything in your body, like inhuman strength. As you were not this strong before, you were not this fast, you could not David Bowie up like you just did. And you realize,
Majin Mike?
yeah, exactly, as an M appears on your
Hey.
forehead, and
Yes.
I'm going to try something really, really stupid. This is what I came up with last session.
Okay.
And the reason why I grabbed salt and water was because as my character JC, as I am a former kid from a youth group,
Yeah.
one thing I witnessed my former youth minister Mike Schaubert tell me was that a layman could bless water, although it apparently wasn't as good as holy water that was blessed by an ordained
A priest,
minister.
yeah, or something.
A priest.
Yeah.
So, because I grabbed water before we left Bianca's place, like the only thing my dumbass is going to do is look at the water, like say a quick prayer over it, like, and
Which
then
prayer?
I'm literally gonna say the Our Father over the water, be like, please
Our
Lord,
Father in heaven.
help us out here. I don't know what's going on, but please
So
work.
you can do this, but it's going to take. He's going to be able to roll against you again, unless someone else wants to get into the mix to try to like restrain him or stop
Don't worry
him.
about it. I'm injured already. You're fine.
Go for the ribs.
Go for the ribs. Okay, so yeah.
I am like I see all this happen kind of like all the time simultaneously while Bianca can't see anything, and I am going to try and escort Bianca out of the room and head to the nearest bathroom, which I'm assuming there might be one upstairs.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
That's where I want to
It's
go.
like the next room over. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
where I would, right?
And then
Mhm.
I want to see if there's like if I can, like I know it's not like a D&D thing, but if I can see if there's baby soap in there.
Sure. So you're gonna go ahead and do a flight check to try to get Bianca out of there. Bianca, do you want to roll
do I
your
need to
own,
do
or
the
do you?
same?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. You'll have a -1 because you're messed up from the mace a little bit, and then Kat, you're fine. Yeah. You guys need a 5 to succeed.
5.
Okay, it's good.
Nice.
That's a 6.
Yep, you guys succeed as you like cut through the actual scene. It's like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, and you make your way to the bathroom, and you do see bath soap almost immediately. Now, JC, as you're blessing this water, you see Dante is just like, man, as he finishes his actual hand sign, and a beam of purple light comes from his hands and actually impacts Rob on the side of his like. So on the left side, his ribs were damaged, and that's where he tried to throw a punch, and then he's now kneeling. And then on his right side, he got impacted by this bolt of purple energy, and it just throws him against the actual room, and he impacts onto the wall.
Damn it.
A little bit. So, Rob, go ahead and do a brawn check. You will actually need an 8 to succeed. You got a 2? Okay. So
Oh no!
So with the 2, you get impacted. You just like you see as there's a little bit of a concave into his actual side of his side, essentially, where his ribs are, and it stuns him for the moment as it begins to get weaker. So now, Rob, go ahead and do a grit check. You'll need a 14 to succeed.
Not pretty. 7.
7. With a 7, you feel her whatever this spirit is, their grip loosening on you, as they're fighting like tooth and nail to hold on to you, and you're growing larger in your own like spirit, body, what have you, but you're unable to like take control quite yet. But you know that you're feeling fucked up from this. Not only the ribs on the left side, but now on the right side of your body, it just feels like a sledgehammer hit you.
So I can't control anything I'm doing, but I can see and I can feel the pain?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's rough.
As
buddy.
one does.
Yep.
my
And
girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, right. So, going back over to JC, you now have you finished your prayer. You have the
Yep.
Aquafina in your hands. What would you like to do?
Yep. I am going to.
That's Fiji water, not
Fiji, sorry,
Aquafina.
Fiji. Yeah.
Actually, believe it or not, Fiji water would make more sense than Aquafina because of the purity. But anyway, neither here nor there. Because of this, I am going to do the dumb thing and try to spray Mike with the holy water, the jank holy water that I've gotten.
I thought you said the dank. The dank was
The
holy
dank
water.
ass holy
Holy
water.
water. He's also like using it as bong water, so you know it's fine.
Yeah, right. Sorry, the jank holy water that
Oh my
I
God.
created. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
try and
God.
throw some on him in an attempt to maybe, I don't know, bless.
Mace me
evil
further.
Yeah, Macy. And then,
Salt water.
Counts with everything, dude.
as though
Oh,
it knows
is
what
that
you're
like
trying
an
to,
anniversary roll? 'Cause that'll hurt more.
as though it knows what you're trying
Oh,
to
right.
do, it tries to like swat at you to try to like avoid what's happening. So go ahead and roll a fight check.
Fight check. What's the check require?
You're not sure. So you roll against
Oh no.
possessed Rob, essentially, or possessed Mike, and then I roll, and then
Does it matter that I'm skilled at fight?
You can take half of your die.
yeah, you can take half of your die if you want to.
Yeah, if I wanted to take a 2, that'd be great.
So go ahead and roll. Yeah.
Please explode! Please explode!
25% chance.
Explosion!
All right, good. So go to roll it again and see what you get.
Oh God! Please explode! Please explode!
Yeah, right.
Okay, 4 plus 3 is 7.
Okay. So
Hey!
with the 7, now the possessed Mike actually got 4. So what happens is that you just like grab the jaw of Mike as it's like you feel all the frothing and foaminess of his innards and everything like that. And then you grab the Fiji water and just pour it down his actual like face and like throat and all kind of stuff. And you see it actually sizzling and burning.
Good.
Possessed Mike. So Mike, on your side, you feel her grip extremely loose now. Go ahead and roll a grit. You need a 4 to succeed.
On grit?
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Do you have any adversity tokens?
I'm giving him an adversity token because I rolled on that last fail because of my easygoing, which gives me 2 on a fail. I'm gonna give him 1.
I will allow it.
That's
So
a 4.
yeah. So with a 4, you are able to succeed. So you feel yourself get returned to your body as the pain seems to. It was kind of dull before, as you're like oh shit, I can feel like this hurts, but now it's like just loud and proud all across your body as your face no longer burns from the actual water, but now the mace is setting in, and you're like, oh shit, I can hardly see, as you're like closing your eyes, trying to like find any sort of relief. But you, everyone in the room and around can kind of feel the weight from the area lift as some sort of presence has lifted for the moment, and you all return to just an eerie, quiet house.
Fuck! It hurts to yell.
Mike cries.
I'm not even concerned with Mike right now, aside from the fact that I just sprayed him with holy water. But I'm looking at Dante like, the hell was that, kid? Like, what's going on? You're serious? You have powers?
And yeah, Mike, you were able to see it too. So Mike and JC know that he has.
Not now.
So JC, go ahead and do a grit check really quick of 6.
Can I take half my die?
Yeah, that's fine. All right, you do so
Can I do
as
a mace check.
yeah. So you kind of just ask him outright, like, what are you? What is this? And he just tells you like I have no idea. I was just born with this. I try my best not to show anyone because or even do it because it exhausts me. I can't keep this up. But whatever's going on in this house, it's violent. We need to figure this out. Otherwise, it's going to hurt other people, if not us, already. And you hear Shannon's voice
Can somebody please get this fucking mace out of my eyes?
Yo, sorry. There's a bathroom we were just in. Wait, where are the girls? Oh, fuck. Mike. Okay, just I'm gonna reach over and try to just get Mike straight up, grab him, and be like, hey, look, let's at least get to the bathroom, and maybe like, okay, what I don't know what happened to your eyes, dude, but yeah, let's go. Let's just.
There's a bunch of fucking mace in it, I think.
How the fuck did you get mace in your eye?
That's that. I'm too blind to really be angry right now.
Whatever. Okay, let's just see if we can find anything in there, and I'm gonna try and usher Mike over to the bathroom.
Okay, you guys are all like huddled in the bathroom right now, as you guys are trying to tend to your wounded. Ken.
We didn't even know, and the thing is, I don't even know that the girls are in there because
Yeah.
they shoveled out, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
So upon all of us beating up, like huge shock, like what the fuck is going on?
So my question is there like the baby shampoo, like the no tears?
The no tears. Johnson
stuff?
Johnson. Yeah.
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 Yep, there are.
Oh, sick.
Okay, sweet. So I give this to everyone, and I'm just like, I'm giving it to Bianca as she's standing there. I'm like, all right, you need to put this directly in your eye, and then just keep putting water in it. Like that's the only
Like
thing
this?
you can do.
Like this?
Yes. The only thing that's gonna burn is that mace, but the soap won't burn because it's no
I
tears,
think
so
it's
it's
like-
gonna be okay.
Meld it with my makeup. Oh my
It
god.
probably feels like that, but you gotta
Okay,
keep going.
okay,
It's gonna be
okay,
a couple
okay.
minutes, and just breathe. And like, here's some tissue for the snot that's going on. It's
Okay.
okay. It's fine.
Oh my
So-
And then the boys come
I'm
in and I'm
gonna
like,
kill my-
you too, you come here.
So Bianca, you in this time you're able to actually do so, and it clears up quite a bit where the pain is lessening tremendously as Mike rolls in, and your heart kind of stops for a little bit as you see this your friend who just went completely like rampage, hysterical, violent on you guys. now appears in the room, and you see all of the damage that he's actually suffered as his, like, there's a hole in his actual shirt where he got impacted from, as that side of his ribs are now, like, bruised, and you can, it's already bruising immediately, and he's kind of like, there's still foam at his mouth and everything like that, and he seems pretty fucked up.
What is wrong with you? Like, what happened? Like, oh my god, you were like trying to like make out with me or something, and I was like, no, and I sprayed you, and then like, what is going on?
Someone stop that, please. I'm in enough pain already.
He was seizing, and so when you seize, you lose control of like your limbs. I'm gonna say this in a way that will like you will understand, but it's just like you lose control, and then like things happen, and that's what it was. Like when I tried to help him, he was seizing until like something else. I don't know what that was, but like stood him up, and then that was bad, and then I got you here. It was not like, but whatever it was recently in the last like 10.
So you're saying that he wasn't trying to like molest me? Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry I maced you then. I didn't know that
like,
you were going through something like, you know, like some type of like ailment. I'm sorry. But I mean, it was dark. I didn't know what was going on in there. You like went totally psycho in there. I'm sorry.
Yep,
oh my god, look at these raccoon eyes. This is not okay. I'm gonna pull out my like my makeup and then like try to start like fixing like.
So,
meanwhile, I walk over to him and I'm giving him like the baby soap, and then I'm like, cheese?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna help my eye at all.
So
But the cheese will
Probably
help
shouldn't
your
put
soul.
cheese in it.
So to help Mike, you guys can do a brains check, and you need at least an 8 to succeed. It can be combined if you want to. So
To help Mike.
yeah, to help Mike.
Oh, all of us? Can we do it?
If you want to, yeah, that's fine.
Are they all putting their fingers in my eyes?
Yep, they're both.
I'm giving him the
back.
baby
I'm gonna
soap to try
step
and
back
make it
because
better.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I think I did enough damage.
So you guys roll really quick, and then we'll go to Bianca's scene.
That's a 10.
Oh, succeed.
And
What'd you get?
I rolled a 2.
2.
So
You're
I'm
just-
useless.
blind.
I'm useless because I'm still like,
You're like,
what the hell did Dante just do?
yeah, you're just like trying to help, and she's like, just give me
And you
that.
guys just see me like just applying
Yep.
like
Yeah.
my music
I'm just
tube
here
and,
with my like
fixing
first aid kit, just like
Right? So you are bringing him back to health as Mike, you feel a sudden relief as she's like, whatever she's doing is helping your visibility, which is good because if
Oh my
had she
God.
failed that roll, you would have had a shitty time. So
Keep
I was
doing
gonna
that.
totally sue Mike. I'm so glad that I don't have to now.
Yeah, that
So-
would really suck for you.
Bianca, for you get like naturally just kind of pushed out of the actual bathroom as there's like a lot of movement going on as they're trying to tend to Mike and his wounds.
Rude.
So as
He's
you're out
injured.
as you're out in the hallway,
Okay.
you experience two things. One, you clearly hear Dante's voice still in Henry's room trying to call on him from his actual walkie-talkie, but there's no sounds coming through. And he's like, Henry, are you here still? Like, can you help us? What's going on? Who was that? But there's like no response. The other thing you hear is a door close a little bit from the end of the hallway. So how it kind of works is that the staircase goes up. Immediately to the right is Henry's room, and then beyond that is actually the bathroom, and then on the other side of the actual hallway seems to be 2 bedrooms. So the furthest bedroom all the way at the hallway is the one that you heard the door close at.
Okay, I'm gonna go back into the kids' room where Dante is because also too I probably dropped my EMF reader and my
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
stuff. So I want to try to go pick that up, but then also to like check in on him because he was the only one who had like wasn't a part of everything that was going on in the bathroom.
Yeah, you immediately find your EMF reader, get that no problem at all. You see your flashlight there as well, it's no problem at all. And then Dante is still trying to call upon Henry, but it's just not working. And you see that he's looking very stressed and a little bit unhinged.
Are you okay, little brother? Like, I mean, there was a lot of stuff that just went down, so I want to make sure you're okay, you know, because we're like technically your guardians right now.
He kind of like drops the walkie-talkie a little bit and goes, I didn't know it was this bad. I know how much Henry was suffering. I would have come here earlier and tried to do whatever I could to release his spirit, but now it feels like everything is just so daunting and horrible. Um, and
What happened? Like, did you see what like? It was just like pandemonium, just craziness happened all at once. So I didn't see anything. Well, obviously, because I had mace in my eyes because I was trying to spray Mike. But whatever, neither here nor there. But anyway, yeah. So what is going on? Like, this is some Blair Witch stuff for reals. Like, I didn't think it actually existed, but this is like not okay. This is not right.
So as you kind of say that, he nods and he's now looking you in the eyes completely, as he seems to be so stressed out that his social anxiety is kind of like melting. And he goes, well, it's hard to say because I've never experienced anything like this. When people pass away, a lot of times their soul or their spirit will linger in certain places, and I can see actually them, and it's usually fine, as it's just like faint brief memories or things that it clings to, and it's just kind of like on a repeat pattern. But these spirits seem extremely active, as if they're cognizant of what they're doing. So I just don't get like what's causing them to be this way. And he kind of looks to you and goes, the only way we're going to be able to solve this is by investigating further. And then he kind of like just looks upon you for any sort of guidance or advice.
I mean, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, I don't know, like, how, like, I totally didn't, like, think that this stuff was, like, real or existed. So, you know, this is just kind of a lot. Like, I don't know what to do. I have never experienced this before.
So go ahead and do a grit check, and you need a 7 to succeed.
Oh, lordy. Okay. Yeah, so I fail, so that's a 2.
No, you're
I don't even
Yeah,
have enough.
no, you're
for,
possessed.
I
You
don't
killed
have enough
Dante.
for even adversity tokens for that, so that's
Okay,
fine.
no worries, no worries. So with a 2, you do fail, so make sure to add another adversity token.
Yes.
You become you have a moment where you just break as you're beginning to cry and sort of hyperventilating, and he is trying to comfort you a little bit. Let me see.
And I just did my makeup. Like, I just redid it. And, like, I was just trying to prove that I could, like, run a business to daddy. And, like, I just didn't expect all this drama. I didn't expect all this scary stuff to be happening. Oh, my God. I was just trying to make a point that I could be responsible and own a business successfully like he can. Oh,
So-
my God.
He doesn't quite know what to do, but eventually he goes like, here, maybe this will help, as he goes and touches your shoulder a little bit. And the moment he does so, your eyes kind of flash as you see various moments that you don't recognize. It's definitely your body, it's definitely your family, it's definitely a bunch of other things you recognize, but not in the order of events that you remember them in. As you see yourself like walking to graduation, getting your diploma, and then you see yourself actually signing your documents for the new business. You see yourself getting into a fight with your actual father, and you see yourself being kind of like poorer but more like independent and everything for whatever your ultimate goal is. You kind of see that a little bit, and then you kind of like zoom back to the present as your breath has kind of like left your body, and he goes like, see, you do live through this. You have a full life, so this isn't going to be your end. And he kind of like says that to you, and then immediately takes his hand off of your shoulder as he seems exhausted now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mason.
my God. Like,
Mason, yeah.
I don't, like, that was like totally cool, but also totally random and strange what just happened just now. Like, you have like powers. Like, I don't know what's going on, but that's like super cool. I would have said it's That's So Raven, but that didn't come out until
That's so
2003.
That's amazing. So he looks to you and he goes like, I'm not gonna lie to you, whatever we're gonna experience next is going to be like hard to deal with. I've had glimpses of these moments while I was meditating, but I couldn't quite understand what it all meant. I know that once we go into that room at the end of the hallway, we're going to find something that's very important, and it's going to change a lot of sort of what's happening, but I don't know if it's good or bad. And I don't have enough power to actually protect us all night long, so we'll have to hide or figure something out.
Well, what about what about Shannon? Like, we can totally get her. She's into like the same kind of like, spiritual stuff that you are. I'm sure she has the chakras or whatever because she's like always meditating. So let's go get her and then try to like have her join up with us because it's like power in numbers, Let's do that.
And he kind of shakes his head a little bit. He goes like, I can't go anywhere near Shannon for whatever reason. Her chakra is very, very dark. I don't know why it's that way, but I know that I'm supposed to stay away from her. And she does something here that makes things worse, but I don't know in what capacity. But I just know that I'm not supposed to go near her. And he goes like, so if you want to do it, that's completely fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and investigate.
Well, I mean, if she's into some dark stuff, like I was already in darkness, like with being maced and all. I don't want to be in darkness again. So yeah, let's just like get the others and try to do the thing. Let's just try to handle this as quickly as possible. I need to get out of here.
And he kind of goes, okay, that works. As he kind of looks through walkie-talkies as they're just kind of whining, and he ends up turning the volume down to a lower sort of level as he takes one of the walkie-talkies with him and puts it on his actual belt. And in the bathroom, Mike, you are good to go now to the best of your as far as you can be. As you can see with clear visibility, things still sting. They hurt a lot. It's hard to breathe, but you're up and about now. And you kind of think about what you should do, whether you should go downstairs and sit on the couch with Shannon, or if you should continue investigating up here.
So my abdomen kind of says I should take it easy, but my rage to kill whatever did this is stronger. So I want to kill some ghosts.
Well, like
Kill the dead things.
As you load your gun with
your
ghost
little
bullets.
brother is like he knows things. Like he sees
not my
in the
fucking
future. He is. Listen, I know that sometimes some people don't like their siblings. You know what? Work that out in like families counseling. Right now, we need to focus on what's most important, and he seems to be like one with the spirits. So he said that we need to go into this one room, and we should do it together. So that way we can like if some stuff happens, we can handle it together. Okay?
That's a good idea. I have a good opening gambit planned. Can I see your mace really quick, Bianca?
Yeah. And I hand over the mace. The pink mace. It's like the little pink one that you put.
No.
Yeah.
Is there a window in the bathroom?
Yes.
Throw it out the fucking window.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You owe me a maze. Like I'm taking that
have that
out of
one
your
later.
payment. I'm taking that out of your cut.
That's
But
I
I'll
fine.
mean,
look.
it's not gonna be that much, so it's fine.
It's worth
So
it.
Little bit.
Bianca, but like that army surplus store that we went to earlier has way better mace. Just saying.
Like bear mace.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a note of that. Thanks, Kat. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Mike real quick, and I noticed that even though he tossed the mace out, probably did it with a little bit of strain because I'm pretty sure your body was hurting. I can't really do anything much better, but as far as one of the items that I did have written down on my sheet in my quote unquote backpack.
Mhm.
Is it
gear bag.
Percocets?
No, unfortunately, no. I'm not that cool.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull out a salon pass patch and be like, "Hey, it's not much, but it might help with the pain."
Nice.
Oh, this group,
That's what
Mace
you
and Salon Pass. Okay.
That's
amazing.
solid, man.
I had like a Leatherman and a Game Boy, but that's fine.
Big deal.
So what happens at this moment is that you see Dante begin to like just make his way towards the end of the hallway. Mike, you are good to go now. You get no negatives to your checks except for like maybe like a -1 to your brawn if you get like attacked again or whatever, or have to do
Okay.
anything physically like, strong. But I'm sure that won't happen. So
Yeah. I'll just flight instead.
would you all like to go to the door at the end of the hallway or do anything else here? Now, remember, you do all have tools. There are a lot of rooms you haven't explored yet in this house. And you heard things happen upstairs, which, but you're not sure
Yeah,
if there's...
I heard that. I heard that they happen upstairs, like in the room right next door where I
Happening.
fucking
Yeah.
almost died.
Yep. So that might be a ghost room.
So, Cat, after trying to like fix everybody with the baby shampoo and the mace, is like, I'm gonna go help us out, and she goes downstairs to look for a bottle of liquor so we can all have something to just bolster our nerves.
So as you go by yourself downstairs, as you're about to approach the main floor, you hear voices, two voices distinctly. One of which is, of course, Shannon's, as she's speaking to someone and something, and something is speaking back to her. And the words that they exchange that you can kind of hear are, I'm here, but I don't know quite what to do. I don't know where you are. Like, how do I do this? And then the other voice says, I need someone. I need a body. Like, I need something to help me. And then at that moment, the sound of the stairs creak a little bit too loud, and then you end up coming into view. And then she goes like, "Hey, how's it going up there?"
Okay. So I have like two questions just as like game wise. So I know that there's the mom and the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know, like, do I know that whatever entity that I saw was not the mom or the kid? Or do I not know that?
Correct, because going up the stairs, you did look at various photos of their family, and none of them looked like what you saw. Because what you saw looked like it was a twisted, malformed, inhuman sort of creature. And the mom just had, short, sort of blonde hair and a thin figure, and was kind of middle-aged, and yeah.
Okay, cool. So, knowing this information, and you said there was two voices or just the one?
Two voices. So there was Shannon and then someone else, but they were
And
pretty distinct.
Yeah, so we've heard both the mom and the kid, right?
Correct. Because when you were in the house initially, there was a voice that called for Henry upstairs, and it sounded way different from the voice you're hearing now. And yeah.
All right, cool. So I come down the stairs. She's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. No, we just like attacked. There was mace. That was rough." And I'm like still keeping my eye on her as I'm like edging my way to the like. Can I see the kitchen to the living room? Is that like an eyesight line?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just like trying to go to where I think is the liquor cabinet, and I'm just trying to reach for like something that seems drinkable while I'm still keeping my eyes on Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Yeah, we ran into like a ghost thing, and she like possessed like Mike upstairs. It was a great time. Not really, that was sarcasm, but not sure if we're on the same page. So that was a thing that happened, and like didn't seem like the mom. Like I thought we were dealing with like mom, dad, and maybe child. Like, but it seems like something else is here, and it seems like that thing maybe you were talking to. Not sure.
And
like if he's cool, but like still looking for alcohol.
So you look through the cabinets and you do find various bottles. Some of them are like really cheap wine. Other things are actually empty bottles of vodka. And
I grabbed some of the empty bottles and I tossed them because I feel like they have no weight to them.
Yeah.
And I found like a full bottle and I'm like, yeah, no, what's going on here?
So yeah, and then you mention all of that information to her, like, hey, there might be another, spirit here or whatever. Was that who you were talking to? And then you see her face like is like pleasant and sweet, and then the moment that you mention that, it kind of like drops a little bit, and she's like, shit. And then you see her raise her hand to you, and you see a yellow light come from her eyes in her actual hand, and then you black out, and the next thing you know is that you're walking upstairs with the bottle of vodka.
Oh, no.
You have no recollection of what happened downstairs, and you're just kind of like, that was weird. And you guys see Kat walk up the stairs, and now for Bianca and Mike, what would you guys like to do as you're seeing Dante actually enter the bedroom door now, and then walk into it.
I'm like really slowly, like I have my flashlight like kind of like on my shoulder, like here, and then I'm kind of like pointing the thing around, but because I still don't like, I'm still like really like, so my hands are kind of shaky, and I'm just
Yeah.
like trying to see where the location of the ghost is, and just following behind, but like still, there's still a slight distance in
Yeah.
case I need to go the opposite direction.
Okay. Okay. So as you guys are kind of like inching in, you see that it seems to be a very disheveled room, as you know, sheets are thrown about. There seems to be some blood in various places. A lot of things are thrown on the floor and crashed, as there seems to be like some crime scene stuff, some remnants of that, and that's been scattered all around the house, as the police have gone through here obviously and checked a lot of things out. But in this room, you see just, it looks very depressing as you walk in, and Dante kind of slows his approach as he looks all around the room, and he goes like, "I don't remember where we find the object," and as he's kind of like just carefully eyeing everything, and
What object? Like, what are we supposed to find?
he kind of looks around and says like, "I can't remember. I know it's like thin and it's kind of small, but I just it's hard for me to like figure this out." And you see that he's extremely exhausted to the point where he actually like lays on the bed a little bit and full blown just lets himself like sink or sit into it as he's taking heavy labored breaths. And that's me registering 2 powers he used and seeing how many power points he has left. So he seems very, very weak right now. Now, what would you guys like to do that's in this room? And Kat, we can say that you've joined the group now as a.
So yeah, as for me, I just want to know what I remember from going downstairs to what I remember coming upstairs. Like, where was my like date gap?
Yeah, so you had the intention of going downstairs to get vodka, and then the next thing you know, you have the vodka and you're coming upstairs, and you're like, "Ooh, that was like kind of deja vu-ish," and you don't really notice anything else. And then you hear Shannon say
I
like,
don't recall any of the conversation or anything that I saw with Shannon.
"Correct, yeah." As she, you hear her go like, "Good luck, stay safe up there," and in a very sweet, pleasant voice.
Cool.
And then, yeah, you've joined the
I
group
knew
now.
she was weird.
As you're all in.
I want to talk to Dante. Like, okay, basically what I want to get at is like, all right, so we know that we can provoke the ghosts, but how do we stop them? Like, I can get them here. I'm confident of that now. I want to know how to kill them.
And like, why do you need that thing? Like, and I don't even know what we're looking for still, because that describes like a million things what you just said. So I don't
Hey
know.
guys, shots.
Yep.
I mean, it's not Jack, so I guess I can.
No, it's vodka. You're good. It's like Grey Goose.
I don't care what it is. Give it
Party
to me.
ghost.
Yeah, I went downstairs and I found this, and then I saw Shannon, and she seemed really pleasant. So something I'd like to bring up though is like so we know that there's the 3 deaths. There's our kid, and then there's the mom and the dad. But whatever that thing was that attacked Mike did not seem like the mom. Then that's the only, like, it's the mom and the kid, and it definitely didn't seem like the kid because it was way bigger. And then it definitely didn't seem like the mom because she was relatively pretty, a little burnt, but like pretty. But whatever that other thing was did not seem like something that was in this house. But I'm not sure. Like, I don't, like, I've dealt with a little Ouija board. I've dealt with a little like mortician spooky shit, but like that didn't seem like a thing.
So Mike, what you can do is do a brains check to see if you can recall information from being possessed. And JC, you can also do a brains check if you'd like to try to recall any information of when you actually saw her and everything. And for Mike, it's going to be an 8 to succeed. For JC, it's going to be a 10 to succeed.
Also,
And
can I search for whatever like?
Absolutely.
The
That'll
kid
be a
just
yeah. That'll be a brains check.
okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 3. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fine. I remember everything.
You're already trying to mentally block out that stuff that you
Pretty much.
saw. And then
yeah.
for Mike, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
An 8. Nice. So with an 8, you can recall that she seemed to be in very like old school type of clothes. It seemed like a very large dress, as her hair was unnaturally like long. Her fingernails were very thick and yellowed and long, and she looked like she had been twisted and just distraught and malformed, but very malicious and had nothing but anger and hatred. And it seemed like she was moving with a purpose. She wasn't just like hostile to be hostile. She had a plan in mind when she took over your body. And
how much was needed for the
brains
search for
check?
the
It's
thing?
going to be a 6. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use because I got a 4. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
use 2 of my adversity tokens to make it.
Okay, you do make it as you see everyone kind of standing around, either taking shots or pondering as they're kind of like recalling what just happened, trying to move past their trauma to understand it. And you end up like just looking around the room, opening dressers, opening drawers, moving over dirty laundry and all that kind of stuff. And then you end up coming to the closet. And right before you get to the closet and like go to open it, you hear a bit of weeping from the other side, like it's an adult woman. And from the sound of it, it sounds like she's on the ground, crying into something.
Does like anyone else hear this?
Everyone goes silent as you all sort of hear slight weeping.
Should
I'm
I
gonna,
not
like-
open this door?
Shake Dante like on the bed, like, how do we kill it? How do I kill it? How do I kill it? How do I kill it?
Hey, ease up, man. The kid's.
And
You
he
can answer if you can answer a question.
He tells you like, I don't know. I can.
I'm gonna just open it.
Okay, so you go ahead, and as everyone's kind of like murmuring to themselves, you go ahead and twist the knob, open it up, and you do see the figure of a woman. She seems to be in her underwear, in like a tank top or whatever, that's like weeping into a series of photos that she's looking at, and she doesn't quite notice you at all, but she seems there, and yeah.
I'm gonna like squat down or like slowly, even though I'm like, this is weird, and be like, are you okay? Like, are you alive? And I'm gonna be like,
You're gonna poke her.
Poke.
Okay, so with a poke, she stops her weeping immediately, and then she slowly turns to you. Would you like to look away? Would you like to close the door? Would you like to stare back?
Just close the door.
Yeah,
No.
never mind.
no, I'm gonna be like,
All right, grit check. You're gonna need an 8.
You want to pass this.
and I probably won't. Nope.
All right, what'd
That
you
is a
get?
fail because there's no way I can get higher. So that was a 2.
Oh.
Okay,
David Bowie up.
so with a 2, she turns to you, and as she's turning to you, you see that her flesh is just like melting in front of your eyes. Her hair is starting to fall off. Her flesh is just, becoming deprived of like actual moisture and everything. As she looks to you and says, like, I didn't mean to do it, and then I didn't want to do it, and then suddenly she just disappears as she's about to like touch you. And then the photos that she was holding in her hands fall to the actual floor. And you see that they're of her family, of her and her husband in better times, and like they seem to be just like Kodak photos and all that kind of stuff. And Dante looks over and goes like, "That was it. That's the item we actually need." And then he kind of like gets excited, but still seems very like dizzy and remains seated on the bed.
Definitely gonna go sit with Dante real quick and make sure, like, hey, take it, the kid, take it easy, like, whoa.
I can't believe you're not comforting him and not me. That was just horrifying just now. Oh my, JC, you have no consideration.
Yeah, JC, you should have maced her.
He saved my life. Whatevers. What?
Can I see all of this happen and then kind of like
Mhm.
head downstairs and like poke?
And she died.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait.
And that's the
I'm
review.
not-
No.
I'm not. I swear I'm back. All right.
Okay.
But I want to go down back to the stairwell and then like poke my head over there and be like, "Hey, like Shannon, I think we could use your help for a little bit. Like things are not going too well up there."
You see her, she's surrounded by the papers that she was drawing on previously, and they're just like completely surrounding her as she's seems to be meditating and looking over her book, and she goes, "I'm so sorry, but I can't leave this area right now. Did you guys find the ghost room yet? Because we need to move as fast as we can. It's already 3:25, and once it hits 4 a.m., everything's gonna get way weaker."
We found all the ghosts. We found multiple ghosts. Like, you know, if you light it on fire, it might make it better.
So she goes, "You found it, good. All right, so now I'll need you to get these and she goes and pulls into her satchel various like what appear to be other rag dolls with buttons for eyes and various stitches and all that kind of stuff. And she goes, "We need to put the spirits into these dolls, and that way they can be like stripped from this place and put in here instead. That's the only way that we can like exercise this area." And she kind of tries to hand it over to you. Pleasant smile the entire time, but she will not leave the circle of like papers that are around her.
How many does she have?
She has 2.
Okay. I think you're missing one. There's like a third thing up there that's been messing with us. We might need one more of those things.
Okay, go and do a brain check really quick. You need a
While that's happening,
Yeah.
I would have picked up the
photos?
the items that he
Yeah.
he mentioned that he
Oh
needed
no!
while freaking out.
Oh,
Okay, as you
4.
a 4. Okay, so as you pick up the photos, you feel a very strong presence from them, as if they're heavier than normal. Something is attached to them, and you kind of surmise that it actually might be the ghost's spirit or soul or something that's really strongly binded to these photos, and you feel sadness when you touch them, as they're extremely cold. And going over to Kat, so you had said
4.
you got a 4. Okay, so with the 4, everything looks fine. She hands you the 2 voodoo dolls, and she goes, no, there doesn't seem to be a third one here. I'm not sure like what's happening, because sometimes ghosts can be odd, but there's definitely 2. And she goes, just put these in the ghost rooms, and you're gonna need to find objects that they're strongly attached to, and you have to bring it to there. Or if they appear, you have to like, I've infused them with the special rune. You just have to throw the voodoo doll at the actual spirit when they appear, and then it will capture them, kind of like Pokemon.
Can I see if she's lying or not?
That was the brains check, and she seems to be very genuine for this.
Okay, got you. All right.
So, going over to Bianca, you have the photos in hand. You know that something's up with these photos. What would you like to do?
I mean, I'm gonna take them over to like, where I'm like still looking very distressed and like freaked out because somebody's face was melting. Past the photos to like, here, this is what you needed, right?
And Dante like nods as he's still taking labored breaths and seems very winded, as if he just ran like 2 miles without stopping. And he takes photos and goes, I can feel it. Like Jane is in these photos. And he kind of like just like looks at them, and he goes, I just don't know how to exercise them or how to bring their spirits like peace. And he goes, we need to also find Henry's objects, like something it must be in his room that he feels strongly attached to. And he goes, we need to find it. As he looks to you guys.
All right, to the next room, I guess.
Yeah, whatever we can do to just get this over with.
What's Dante's condition right now? Is that
Vapor
little
up,
rest
nice.
Well, that's the thing is like I messaged you that because I wanted to be honest about what I was carrying in my bag.
Yeah, you're good.
So, how's Dante's condition?
Dante looks like physically he seems healthy, but he's like sweating. He's taking labored breaths and all that kind of stuff. He seems
Okay.
exhausted from what he just did. And he tells you like if anything happens, I can help you out one more time, but
Okay.
it's extremely hard for me to keep this up. And he goes, I'm actually gonna rest here in this room for a bit.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Well, kid, while you rest, I'm literally gonna pull out what you just mentioned, Vicks Vapor Rub, because every Filipino has that at some point in their life. Look, you're breathing hard. I don't know if this is gonna help clear up, help you breathe a little better. Maybe it comforts me. I don't know if this will help. I usually use it right. Put a little on the chest, maybe put a little under the nose. It'll help you just breathe a little easier. This, I guess, we'll go forward. Are
Okay.
you gonna be okay here, kid?
He takes the vapor rub and applies it, and he goes, I already feel better, like immensely better. And so I'm gonna give you guys more power points for that. So good job. So he seems
I didn't have anything like the rub. Sorry.
Right? No, it's okay. So you end up applying that to him, and he feels better, and he goes like, I'm gonna stay here for a little bit, just chill out.
Yeah.
Something in his room, like, do you feel this? And he hands it over to you guys. There are various photos, so you could each hold one, but you feel something the moment that you touch it, it's heavier than normal. You feel an instinct that like, whoa, someone's watching me as I'm holding this, and the area gets even colder than it currently is. And he goes, something in Henry's room has this same effect. Something is bound to him. You need to find that object, and we need to like figure out how to bring their souls to peace. And meanwhile, Kat, you know that Shannon has asked that you kind of like use the voodoo dolls to, when you find the spirit, to bind it to them and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, whatever you guys like to do.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
heading to the room to try to find this other thing.
So I come back up the stairs with the two voodoo dolls after trying to talk to Shannon. It's like, hey, she gave me these. Like, they helped last time, so maybe they can help this time.
And Bianca and Kat cross paths as you guys, as you come up the stairs right before Bianca's about to enter Henry's room. And Bianca, would you like to say anything?
Like I totally thought that she just like, like had an obsession with dolls, like like kind of like she just couldn't afford Barbies or something. I didn't know that that was like actually something legit. Like, does
I
it
mean,
work?
I wouldn't really think that it did either, but the whatever did this to me, like, was in a voodoo doll that she put in like a mason jar, and that's real weird.
Well, like the kid,
But it
like,
worked.
but like Mike's little brother, was saying that she's kind of into some dark magic, and I mean, I just a little concerned because he was able to help. I guess apparently he was able to help when all that stuff went down when I was like blinded. So I don't know. She hasn't been that helpful. I actually think we should like remove her internship because she hasn't been doing her, her part, contributing to the group. But I don't know. I'm gonna talk to everybody about that to see what we should do about her.
I mean, but I went down there and I talked to her when I was trying to get the vodka, and then like she seemed really cool. I think we had a good conversation, and then I was upstairs again. It was weird. I don't remember
Okay,
what
I
happened.
mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know what to think. There's just like so much going on, but I mean, I seem like because you've seen her do some good. I've seen the little brother do some good. So I don't really know who's the best intern. I guess we're gonna have to like take votes, like have a meeting and vote on it. But right now, like we're supposed to go into this kid's room again to try to look for like an item, his spirit is like attached to or something. So that's what I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best bet.
So
I mean, I guess you can hold on to the dolls just in case, but just saying, I don't know. Something dark might be attached to it. Just saying. Be careful, okay? Because you already like have this whole like you know, like you are like I probably need to like take you into the bathroom and like do makeup later, but we don't have time. But yeah,
I think it kind of makes me look cool though. Like,
I mean, yeah, if you're going for that, like I just got into like a bar fight look, yeah, I guess. But you know, yeah,
under
sure, it
21,
works.
well, it's like that was the thing. I mean, I know I'm like 22, but still cool.
I mean, it works. It, you know what? You can pull it off. You can pull it off. We should probably try to go in here and figure out what's going on though.
You should come to one of my favorite bars, man. It would be a treat.
And as you guys are saying this, you guys walk into Henry's room and kind of look around, and the area feels slightly heavier, but you feel no malicious sort of intent here. You feel that something is in the room with you, but nothing seems hostile.
I guess I should try to take a look. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Can I try to roll to try to look for the
Yes,
item
go
again?
to do-
Is that brains?
Yes, brain. So since you were familiar with the last one and you were the one to find it, you're gonna get a whatever you roll, you're gonna get a +1 to, and you're gonna need a 6 to succeed.
So that's okay. So I got Oh wait, okay, hold on. So just to check,
Mhm.
because technically I already had a +1 to brains, but you giving me another one.
Correct.
So then it's like +2.
Exactly.
You have a +3 to brains.
No, I have a +1.
Isn't
But he
brains
just
and
gave me an
grit
extra one.
+3?
It's only +1.
It's only a
Oh.
+1. Yeah, so then +2. So that's a 5, but I'm gonna use an adversity token for that to
Okay,
make
to
sure that I'm over the amount.
That works.
Just for math's sake, I've been failing even harder than previously thought then. My checks.
Uh-oh.
Nice. So you look around the room, and as Kat is telling you about her favorite bar and how you should, go to it, and you're kind of like, you scan the room, and your eyes fall upon a Naruto headband similar to Dante's that's hanging on the actual dresser. And even looking at it, it feels very there's weight to it. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's totally this Naruto headband. It's totally it. That's it. Has to be. I'm gonna go and try to like grab it and pick it up.
Okay. You
She
see
knows it's
it,
Naruto.
you see it's a village hidden in the sands. You're very familiar with it and everything. As you pick it up, and you feel a bit of mischievous sort of energy here that seems kind of happy-go-lucky and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, a completely different experience from when you held the mom's photos.
Yeah, I have a feeling like this feels like it's giving me some spiritual vibes. I think this is it. I'm gonna go try to give this to the kid. Okay, let me go into the other room. So I'm gonna head to try to go back to
Okay.
Dante.
So you guys end up going over, and as you're walking through the hallway, you hear Shannon's voice, like kind of peek or perk up a little bit, and goes like, "How are you guys doing with the progress? Did you guys find the ghost rooms and the items yet?"
We're still figuring stuff out. You can keep doing your meditating and stuff. Your yoga poses, like downward dog, baby pose, whatever. We'll come get you when we need you.
All right, go and do a charm check, and you need
Yes.
a 7 to succeed.
Okay, so, and I don't know how, that's probably because I was focused on other things. Okay, so, oh no. Should I save this?
It's up to
Or
you.
should I do my adversity tokens?
I would save your adversity tokens for when you're trying to kill us.
Okay, well, it was a 5.
A 5? Okay, so with a 5, that's not a total bad failure. You're near the target, so essentially she goes quiet.
But is it still an adversity token or no?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you absolutely get an inverse token. So it goes quiet as she then responds like, "Okay, well, if you find them, let me know." But the tone of her voice kind of tells you that she kind of assumes that you're not telling her the truth, and her niceties are kind of melting away a little bit as you make your way over to the master bedroom, where Dante looks like there's more life in his face, and he's coming to, and Mike is kind of leaning against the wall. And the moment of rest has helped a lot. Mike, what would you like to do out of everything? Because you've been...
I would like to continue not being possessed.
You are completely fine. Yeah.
I want to also keep pestering Dante to find out how to kill the ghosts.
Okay, so go ahead and do a charm check. And you're going to need a 5 to succeed.
Easy. It's a 3.
So with the 3, you get an adverse token. And you kind of tell...
Yeah, I get 2.
Yep. You tell him that, like...
I should start using these.
You're like, listen, we need to know how to exorcise these ghosts. Like, what do you have in your arsenal? What are you doing? And I was like, or sorry, he kind of goes, I don't know. Like, my grandfather always told me that restless spirits can only, ascend if they are consoled, and like whatever they're restless about is resolved. But I just don't know, like, if there's a way to summon them or what have you. And then at this moment, you see Bianca and Kat enter the room. And yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Like, here, I think that this is giving me spiritual vibes. I think this is it. And I'm gonna give him the headband.
Okay.
Naruto headband.
He looks at the headband, and his eyes kind of well with tears a little bit as he like holds it, and then he goes, "Yeah, this is definitely it." And he goes, "Well, I don't quite know where to do from here. The only thing I can think of is to maybe try to talk with them, but that other spirit is very violent, and it's going to come back." And Mike, you start feeling your stomach get a little, like, it start to churn as you're getting a little bit nauseous. You're kind of feeling that maybe it's from like a medical thing, from the mace in your eyes full blown to the ribs being impacted to the other
Copious
side.
amounts of internal bleeding.
Exactly, yeah. Something's
Punctured
going on, but
lung.
you don't feel good.
Dante, you said talk to spirits?
And he goes, yeah, what my grandfather said is that he would, like, he used to be a shaman when he was alive. It seems to skip every other generation. We're just very sensitive to certain things. But what he would do is do certain rituals to summon the spirits and talk with them. But I don't know how to do any of that kind of stuff. I guess you could use maybe a Ouija board, and like the walkie-talkies worked, but it has to be willing to communicate. But I just don't know how to summon them. And Mike, the churning in your stomach is getting worse.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
What's the matter, man?
Maybe you shouldn't have drank so much vodka then.
Maybe you shouldn't fucking mace people that are dying.
Well, I didn't know. Like, all I saw was you trying to fill me up, but I didn't know that you weren't trying to fill me up
With
because
my
I just saw arms and
face?
stuff. I don't know what you guys do, guys like you who like to hit on girls. I don't know, man.
Great, so now my stomach's upset and I'm angrier.
Listen, I heard some rumors, okay? I didn't want to be judgmental, but then when you came at me like that, but now I'm like, okay, he's not that kind of guy, at least not on purpose.
So, as she's kind of talking and trying to defend herself and everything, her voice grows more and more distant as there's white growing around the corners of your eyes, as there's sort of everything's sort of closing on around you, and you begin to feel a call from the void coming from outside of the room down the actual hallway, kind of yearning you to look down and see what's actually happening. What would you like to do? Would you like to try to answer the call to the void, or would you like to try to ignore it?
And this is only Mike who can hear it, right?
Correct. Yeah, you guys all look at him and see that he's looking very distraught now.
The player side of me wants to not look, but I feel like Mike would absolutely look.
Okay. So you end up shifting your body a little bit to see, like, just peek around the corner from outside of the room, and outside of it you're starting to see things that aren't normally there. Various little, like, sprites or different weird small orbs that are just kind of lifting from the ground and, like, moving backwards and forwards. But among them is the actual person who possessed you, that's walking through the halls, checking rooms and looking inside of them. Everyone else in this room seems like totally unfazed and sort of normal, but you can see that she's kind of like looking for this person is kind of looking for something, and it seems like she's going room by room, making her way towards the room that you guys are in, but has not noticed you guys yet, has not done anything yet. What would you like to do?
Am I in like a state where I wouldn't be able to relay any of this?
No, you can absolutely relay something. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna like completely zone out from Bianca talking to look like past her and just say like, hey guys, that bad one is coming back.
Wait, what? What?
And that's probably extra scary for you because I'm pointing behind you.
And I'm gonna like basically like, is there, okay, so in this room, what's the layout again as far as
yes,
like?
so this room is a
places
master
to hide?
bedroom, so it has a bit more square footage than the like Henry's room. There is a walk-in closet that's there that can fit like pretty much all of you guys. The bed is quite large and has a big understorage area, and then there's also a bathroom attached to this room as well. So there's also a window that's currently closed. And
Okay, I'm going to, this time Bianca's gonna head to the bathroom because bad things happened in the closet last time, so she's gonna try to avoid that. So she's gonna go to the
PTSD
front to the
flares as you,
bathroom.
yeah. Okay, perfect. So you head to the bathroom. What would everyone else like to do?
So, Cat, holding the two voodoo dolls, not knowing what they're supposed to do, is just gonna be like, and just like hold them out in front of her and be like, possess it, do the thing.
I
don't
choose
know.
you. Yeah.
You get in there.
You
Yeah.
I remember those from last time, so I would like to take one.
Okay.
If I'm cognizant enough.
Yeah, that's fine. You reach over and take one. You kind of do you
And
choose
I'm
to
like,
keep looking?
"Him."
Do you choose to keep
Him
looking at the spirit, or do you like pull your head back from the hallway?
Yeah, I want to pull my head back.
Alright.
Is there like a place that I can hide that's not behind a door?
Yeah, there is a like
What I'm getting at is I want to use unassuming to just kind of like be somewhere that's not in an enclosed
Oh.
area.
that's fine. You can always hide behind the door if you'd want to. So you can
Ooh,
leave
yeah.
leave the door open and just kind of like hide behind it. So
Yeah.
so you want to pop your unassuming?
Dude, I am absolutely gonna do that. I'm gonna hide behind the entry door so that
Okay.
they come in, and my plan is gonna be like close the door and be like, ah.
Gotcha, bitch. And then you like,
Yeah.
okay, so you use unassuming and you Metal Gear Solid your way behind the door and are like completely silent.
Oh my god.
And then
God.
yeah,
Nice.
and then JC.
Seeing that finally no one's gone after the closet, and seeing as it's not occupied, while going to the closet, I am clutching the rosary at this point because it's the only safety, knowing full well it's probably burning fucking hot at this point.
It's super.
and,
Yeah, it's super hot. Yeah.
yeah, like it's like still like clutching, but still feeling the heat of it. Making my way, hiding in the closet, and then I'm actually like pulling out the rosary and like fuck, like just something protect me at this point because shit, I'm scared shitless right now.
Okay, and then Cat.
No, I took him and he pulled the voodoo doll from my other hand, and I'm
Mhm.
still holding the other one, and I'm like,
And you're at the entrance of the door.
yeah.
Okay, great. So, all right. So you end up seeing little divots in the floor from where, like, apparently the spirit is actually walking, and the footsteps are heavy, and you're hearing the sounds of scratching coming from the actual walls as you're seeing the paint peel off, as some of the fingernails must be touching it. And the closer and closer it seems to get, the more and more it's appearing before your eyes. as you see the elongated arms and forearms and the dragging of knuckles and feet, and you see the very long, thick, twisted, curly fingernails and toenails and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, do you go ahead and do a grit of 12?
No, no. Oh no. That's a
Oh.
5.
Okay, so you watch as this spirit
Wait, how much does she need?
this
12.
this will be a
Oh.
snap decision. So unfortunately, yeah. So what
Um,
happens?
Yeah.
I would like to use all 12 adversity tokens.
I mean, if you want to, you can definitely do so.
Do you have that many?
I have
Well-
exactly 12.
Well, okay, this is a snap decision, so that means that you cannot assist
Ah,
other
well,
players. Yeah,
pissed.
so it's only for you.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
So you stand there, just gaping at the spirit as you were like, "Oh, this is what it looked like," and
Yeah, like I've been through so much shit that she's just like, all right, fuck it.
so
Damn.
your hands are now trembling as you, and same with your knees and everything as your breath is shuddering, and you see it full blown in front of you as you see frost actually, forming on your body and everything like that. And it's so much so that the voodoo doll ends up falling from your hands. You're not sure if something had impacted it or if it just you're just trembling so much, but you stare upon it helpless. And
Do I see it?
You see it through the corner, yeah, of the parting or the split between the door and the frame. So you do see it, yeah.
I throw. I throw the voodoo doll and I say, "Die, bitch!"
All right. So you pop out from the door, and then you're going to go ahead and do a fight check. And you're going to need a 6 to succeed.
Use those
I
adversity
would
tokens.
like to use 3 adversity tokens.
Okay. So you use 3 adversity tokens as you kind of like look and you aim and you just chuck it. Now you can see this apparition clearly. You can see where they walked,
Right.
what they touched,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So you throw the voodoo doll at the actual apparition as it looks to you and screams, as it seems to have like passed through it, but it seems to have stunned and hurt it quite a bit to the point where now it's recoiling as it bends backwards and kind of crab walks out of the room, and then the door itself slams shut, leaving you separated from everything as whatever's happened has dissipated and kind of like gone for the moment. And you guys are left with quiet as you in the bathroom and you in the closet, you hear the sounds of slam doors and gasping
Die,
and all that kind of
bitch.
stuff. Yeah, and die, bitch. Yeah. And then, yeah. Do you choose?
And I'm gonna like slowly open the bathroom door, and then I'm gonna pull out like my the silver metal nail file that I had.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like my makeshift shank, and just like kind of open and peek and like,
And we'll say Dante's
are you
with
guys
JC.
like alive?
Yes.
Okay. Is that thing gone? That was like behind me.
Yes, but it's not dead. I watched it leave. Can I go pick up the voodoo doll?
Absolutely. Yep. You have 2 voodoo dolls.
Then I'll come out of the bathroom, but still holding my little like
So I threw
nail
this
file
at it,
shank.
and it didn't work. It went right through it, but it looks like it hurt it? Question mark. All I know is you were almost gonna have a really bad time. I'll point at Cat.
God.
So, Mike, what you see around you is the footprints, the claw marks, and everything like that the spirit has left, and you see that it crawled backwards all the way, and it seems like it turns down the hallway, but you're unable to see more until you actually walk out there. And
Can everyone else see this, or is
nope,
this just like something
you.
only I
It
can
seems
see?
like
Okay.
yeah, and you can also see floating orbs as well.
So, you guys see any of this? Like these all this shit here? And like gesture to the orbs.
Can we see the orbs as well?
You cannot. Seems normal. Yeah.
No. Like, did I mace you that hard where you're like hallucinating
No,
now?
I can see now, pretty much, kinda. There's like things around.
And Mike, as you look around, you kind of see that there are 2 more people in this room than there were before. One of which seems to be a small boy that's tugging at the actual headband that Bianca has in her actual hands, and then Dante.
Oh no, I gave it to Dante.
Oh, you gave it to Dante. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you see Dante and what appears to be like Dante's mother, or sorry, not Dante's mother. Henry's mother is actually there, hovering around Dante, kind of like looking at the objects and looking to you as Henry kind of goes like, "Can you see me?" And
I'm gonna reel the voodoo doll back and be like, ah!
Say this.
and you see
I
him
have my
freaking
little
out.
metal
Yeah.
shank of a nail file, like.
You swipe around. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this totally, and I understand what I'm about to say. I'm coming out of the closet. So I was like, they never actually declared that action. I'm actually like holding my rosary in front of my face, like, please, something, God, protect me. Because seeing as I never announced that I came out there, what have I witnessed so far? Am I witnessing?
So you
Mike?
pretty much just see Mike raise his arms with a voodoo doll in hand, about to chuck it at Dante and Bianca and Kat, who are all standing next to each other, and that's pretty much all you see. As you're like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can stop him or anything. I don't even know if I should, honestly.
Do you chuck it, or do you just let it be, or?
Does Dante say anything?
Dante looks wide-eyed as he kind of looks like to his left and to his right, and he goes like, "Are they with us currently?"
So none of y'all see this?
No, like,
See
oh my
what?
God, no! What are you talking about?
That little shit right there, and that
do
other
I
bitch right
see
there.
Kat, what do you say?
Do I see any of this?
You do not.
Can I feel anything? Since I have I've been the most attuned to all of this ghost action for the majority of it. Can I feel anything?
That is very true. Go ahead and do a brains check, and you need a 4 to succeed.
Ooh. Oh. That's a 7.
Okay, so with a 7, yes, you do definitely feel that the air is heavier, as though there are people in the room, like, with you, like, oh, she's gone.
She did.
Yeah, she's dead.
Back! I'm back!
And that's how you die, Kat. And then thanks for yeah. So, yeah.
I
So,
sensed it and it was like slice.
exactly, yeah. You do, to answer your
You
question,
know.
yes, you do feel they're, like, here with you guys. And you kind of feel like it's right next to Dante, like, and you're standing next to Dante, so you can feel that they're pretty close. But these spirits feel lighter; they don't feel malicious at all. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was possessed earlier, and I have
So
a
I
predisposition.
so I recognized it as not the other ghost that attacked us earlier.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like, guys, something's here with us, but it wasn't like that chick that was like knuckle dragging across the room. Like, she was totally not cool. Like, she was harsh in her vibe, and I wasn't about that. But these guys, they're cool.
So
they're-
you can see them.
No, I can't see anything, but I feel it.
You know what? These are the effects of like bad vodka. I can already tell.
This is Grey Goose. This is some good shit.
Yeah,
Dante,
but still bad vodka.
come away from the murder things.
Dante, can you tell us what's going on? We don't see anything.
Yes, we do.
Okay,
We're
so-
you see something.
Dante looks, quite bewildered as he looks around the room, and he goes, I don't know what to do here. I know I can fight these things, but I don't know how to like release their spirits. Like, if you can see them, you might be able to communicate with them directly and get more information out of this. And Kat, you of course know that you have all the items you need for Shannon now if you want like her assistance to be able to do this, because she seems more experienced in how to get rid of these ghosts, but you know you need her spell casting in order to trap the spirits into the actual dolls and everything.
She said we just throw them.
So,
You are correct, actually. Yes.
fuck. So I have both of them, or did someone take one of the voodoo dolls from me?
I have one.
You have one. Okay. I'm gonna turn around and face where I think the spiritual energy is coming from, and I noticed that it's not the malicious energy that was attacking us earlier, and I'm gonna kneel, and I'm gonna present the doll forward, and I'm going to say, you don't seem like you want to harm us. Something was trying that earlier, and I don't know how to get away. If you can help us, it would be greatly appreciated. And then I kneel and put the voodoo doll forward.
Okay. So, Mike, through your eyes, you see that whenever these voodoo dolls are sort of around, these two spirits like bolt essentially as they make their way, like try their best to do a wide berth between you and Kat, trying to avoid even touching or going near the dolls.
Ooh.
And
Ooh, I don't like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna like pretend to throw again. Like,
they definitely
see
flinch.
if they, like-
Yeah, they're like, ah!
Someone just explain what's going on. Like, I don't.
Do you say Mike? Do you say what's happening when they're running around from the voodoo dolls, or you just say they don't like that?
I just say they don't like that, but you can see me like I'm locked
Tracking
on
them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I put the voodoo doll down, and I like put it down, and I'm like, please help us. I know you've been through a lot, and I think that there's something here trapping you other than yourselves.
And they kind of look to you, and they kind of nod, and it goes like, we don't know who that other spirit is. We didn't know she was here until we died. And Henry kind of goes, yeah, she never wants to play with me, but she always likes to trick me and always likes to make me do things that I don't want to do. And she goes, she's like very mean and evil, and she lives in the attic. But you have to be careful because it's around these times that she likes to hunt people and usually kill them. And then the mom just pretty much tells you, like, please don't put us in these dolls. Like, I'd rather live here. Like, I want to live here in my home. This is my house. And she goes, just let us be. We're completely fine living here. And they just kind of both prattle on. And
You're
Did
not
he
gonna
start the
attack
fire?
they answer Mike and they say, like, we would never attack you. We don't want to harm anyone. And
Well, one of you fucking did.
Wait, do we hear this?
start
Like
the
the
fire?
others who.
Yeah.
you hear no sounds of conversation. You just see Mike's facial expressions change as he's apparently taking in information, and then responding back as he's
You
looking.
just hear me.
Yeah, exactly. He's looking around you guys and tracking something, but you see nothing. You can feel something, but you can't see anything at all.
Did one of you start the fire?
And they kind of hear her talk and then say to you, and the mom kind of looks very sheepishly, and she goes like, I did, but I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do any of this. I would never hurt my...
She did it. She did it.
You're like, voodoo doll, go! Ah!
What?
The older one. She said she started the fire.
And
Older what?
Why?
Like, what the heck are you talking about?
Why
People-
did you start the fire?
I'm gonna go over to Mike and just look him dead in the eye and be like, dude, who are you? Dude, like, who or what are you looking at right now? Just be honest with me, man. Like, we don't see anything.
There's an
And
older
if you
lady
hear
right there.
something, tell us. Like,
There's
what's
a-
going on?
There's an older lady right there, and there's a kid right there, and she just said that she started the fire.
Why
Older
did you
lady.
start the fire?
And you see that the mom is trying to defend herself. She was like, I didn't mean to. And she kind of gives a big exhale as she looks over to Henry very longingly. and kind of goes, we fell on hard times and we struggled as hard as we could, but then on top of that, we got a medical diagnosis that Henry had a brain tumor and we couldn't afford the bills, so we took various shifts at work. And then I found out that night that my husband had been gambling behind my back trying to make us more money, but ended up spending a bunch of stuff. And I just got white hot with rage, and I don't know what happened, but I blacked out. And the moment I woke up, I was here as a spirit wandering my stuff. But I never ever would have harmed my family. I never ever would have done anything. But something just came over me, and I just couldn't. I didn't know what happened. And she kind
Said
of.
she
Okay.
murdered a whole family.
So cat. This is hard. So me as a player slash maybe cat is wondering, it like wants to know what happened, and basically wants to ask the mom to help her, like me as a character.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure me as a player wants to like kind of knows that this other entity in the house possessed her to do this. Like that's what I think is happening, and I don't know if me as a player would know that.
Right. That's exactly what's happening, but I don't know if Mike's that
And
smart.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know if me as a player would know that. If me as a player knows that, I would want to help them, but I don't know if I would know that.
You can do a brains check. If you get
And
a
all
7,
you can
then
hear is what I'm relaying to you.
Exactly,
So that's
yeah.
even like more distorted.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
major telephone game.
Oh, that's D8. Woo, that's a 7, and then addition for adult brains is 3 or no?
One.
One.
What?
1. 8.
Okay. So with an 8, you do have that knowledge. You can also hear that there's low chatter on Dante's Patrick Star walkie-talkie that he currently has on his belt and everything. That he hasn't quite noticed as he's sort of like looking off in the distance, trying to gather his strength or try to just process the situation.
So, I kind of relay what's going on in the situation, and knowing that there's another entity in the house. It's the one that attacked you, Mike. It's the one that attacked all of us. The wife or the mom and the kid are not doing anything. The dad is the one.
Not right now, because I got this shit on him.
Well, listen, Mike. Like, I hate to say it, but I trust Kat more than I trust you. I mean, I'm not holding a grudge for like you going kind of whatever in the closet. I promise, but like, just saying, Kat is kind of like more one again, kind of like Dante and Shannon down there. Well, not like Shannon, because Shannon is kind of into some weird
Shannon's
stuff.
a little weird.
She's a little weird. That's okay. She's not gonna be our intern past this time. Anyway, I want to listen to what Kat has to say. She's been our MVP for the Booyahs, and you need to step up. Anyway,
Okay,
Kat,
so-
continue.
You guys talk to Kat then, and I'll be over here. And I'm gonna get closer to the ghosts.
You, like, stand by them and okay, you stand by the ghost as you little Henry is looking up to you, being like, "Do you like anime?" And then
I do. Can you do something about her talking?
and the Henry does answer. He goes like, "Yeah, well, I can actually go into people and make them do like small things, but not for very long though."
Oh my
then-
god.
Can
And
you just like do that and make her just stop?
And then he goes, "Yeah, you want to see?" And then
Yeah.
did you say
Who's
Cat or
talking-
Bianca?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Did you say Cat or Bianca?
Bianca.
Okay.
So Kat, like, yeah. So I'm just talking. You just hear me. Yeah, Kat. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah. So okay. So tell me, like, what is this crazy, creepy spirit? Blah blah blah. And I'm just.
So go ahead and do a grit check. You need a
Oh
12 to
my-
succeed.
God.
And that is a 1. So we're gonna do this possession. Let
So-
me know what I need to do, and I will be the little kid.
So what happens is that you feel something just wash over you. It feels now. You feel yourself begin to become
Seize.
become distant. Yes, sees. You become distant from your actual self as you feel like someone else is taking the driver's seat, and you're kind of in the passenger, just watching someone move your body and like look through your eyes. And you hear a double voice of like a little kid and also Bianca's voice be like, "Whoa, I have boobies," and then you kind of just
Whoa, I have boobies.
and then as he just like kind of looks down, and
That's cool.
while he's doing this,
Whoa.
Bianca, you can now see the orbs, and you can see the mother. Granted, you can't control anything, but you can see everything, and you look around the
Can
voodoo
I
doll.
see her?
Yep, you can see her as like she's a shade of herself, as she's kind of like maybe like a conga line on like hands on her own shoulders, and just looking
I'll
sort
like
of
wave
around.
to her to see if she can see me.
So
You could definitely see.
this
And she's
cat
like, the
business is
spirit me
out.
is like this, like.
And then I'm gonna Will Smith gesture to the fucking ghost that's
Yeah.
right here next to me.
So you can definitely tell, and
What was it, Kat?
Yeah, like I'm wondering because I know that Mike is seeing all this. Does Kat see this?
no, you do not see this. You can feel it for sure, and you feel something's definitely shifted with Bianca as her
Okay.
pupils change from what was your eye color? It was actually blue, like your
Green.
kind of green. Okay, from green to actual brown, as they like just meld over and whole different expression, everything like that. Now, really quick pause. We're at 9:04, or I guess 8:04 for you guys. Do you want to go for like 26 more minutes, or would you like us to speed to the end right now? I don't know about your D&D session
Yeah, let's
afterwards.
do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
So okay, so as now I'm the kid, Henry. Can I relay then the information that you relayed to them?
Yes.
as
So
he would?
you have a symbiotic relationship with Henry in this sort of like possession. So you can tell things to Henry, and Henry can choose whether or not he wants to sort of do it. And yeah, you can hear his voice, and you see he's very giddy to be able to be like this tall and to look all around. And yeah.
This is weird. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Oh my God, can you guys like see me?
Yeah, Bianca, we can see.
Yeah,
you.
Bianca, we can see you.
No. Like I'm Henry. I'm Henry.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Hey, Henry, how's it going?
What the shit?
I'm just
No,
gonna
like
cross
seriously.
my
Okay,
arms.
okay. We don't have time because
No.
it's the
Dude,
it's the
Jason,
lady.
she's fucking with us.
No. Listen. Listen.
Like,
Don't listen to your friend because he was saying that we're bad. We're not bad. We're not
I still
bad
don't
people.
trust you completely.
Nah,
Listen.
man, like they were bad, but like this is a hilarious. Bianca,
but
this
listen.
is great.
No,
Shush,
like,
shush, everyone,
thing-
shush. For
The
a minute.
the what you
Okay.
saw. It's upstairs. It's been
We're
it's
upstairs.
behind everything that's been happening.
More.
You saw it, didn't you? Not my mom. Not my mom. My mom didn't mean to do it. She didn't
Guys.
mean to.
Guys, trust me on one thing right here. I'm gonna hold up the rosary real quick. I'm like, look, this thing's burning hot whenever anything's bad. Like every time something bad has happened, this thing has gotten white hot. And I'm gonna hold
I'm
it
sure
up.
it'll be cool because Bianca's just fucking with us. It's great.
It feels
Well, I'm not beyond. I'm Henry. Like
Look.
that's my Naruto headband. Actually, and I'm gonna
I was
as Henry.
How
Henry's
does
gonna
he
grab
know
the
what
Naruto headband.
I was
and
gonna
put
say
it
that you
on.
do that. Yeah, for sure. So
So he puts it on
You
because
watch
it's been a
Bianca
while since he's
becomes
been able to do it.
a
And
ninja of the Hidden
pretend I
League,
have one. I
or
don't have
the
one right
Hidden
now.
Sand Village. So
I'm-
Yes.
the rosary is warm, like very,
Yeah.
very, very warm, but not like scalding hot.
It's like a gentle warm, right?
Correct, yeah. And the headband feels comforting, like very, very soothing and comforting. That his attachment is more firm to you, but granted, it's a symbiotic relationship, so he's not like holding you hostage. It's kind of like you're holding hands, and all that kind of stuff. And then Dante actually looks over and goes like, "Henry, like that is you." And he goes, "I'm so sorry about everything you went through. I should have been there for you when you needed me." And like,
It's okay. Like you've always been a really great friend to me. There's no way that we could have prepared for this, man.
and he kind of like, go ahead, Cat.
You finish what you're thinking, but Kat's gonna like kind of move out the room and try to call to Shannon to bring her upstairs.
Okay.
So wherever that falls in that.
That's completely fine. So, Dante like lets a tear slip as he seems extremely emotional, and he goes, "I will, hang out with you every single day if I can to read manga with you. I'm so sorry about everything that happened, but like, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to leave this place, and and all that kind of stuff." And you feel Henry begin to tighten his grip on you just a little bit, as if he's kind of scared. Now you, Bianca, can talk to Henry within your own body, which is looking so weird. And then, so if you want to, you can try to console him.
Listen, okay, oh my god, kid, like you totally took my body and I should be really upset right now, but like you're actually like trying to help, so I'm gonna let you borrow my body for now. But like, okay, just like calm down, like go hug your friend and like hug it out. And then like if you guys have any information about how to like how I can get also my body back, and we're gonna talk about you touching someone else's boobs, and we're gonna have a talk after this before you pass on to the other side. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You need to like I don't know like how to like get things back to normal and you guys to be able to like move on, but we need to do that immediately before that thing upstairs like comes back down that you were talking about. Okay, go ahead. And then I'm like, as Henry, like I don't know if I need to roll for it, but I'm gonna as Henry gonna try to like hug Dante.
Okay.
And
so, Bianca, I need you to do a charm check. You're going to need an 8 to succeed.
Okay. And that is 23.
Yeah. So what happens is that you console him, and then you kind of like look to him and go like, you kind of just console him quite a bit, and he seems to loosen his grip on your hand, and he goes like, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm scared to go anywhere else. Like, what'll happen if I let go from this place? He looks to you, Bianca, as this small little boy who seems very vulnerable and scared.
I mean, I don't know much about like literally like earlier today, I totally just thought that this was all like fake and we could just get paid and I could prove to my dad that I can actually run a company and everything. But apparently this stuff is real. And but at least like from talking to Kat and like kind of like this kid that you're friends with, I think that there's a good place to go, like if you're a good person, and it seems like you. I don't know about. I mean, your mom's face was melting, but it doesn't seem like she's like a mean person either. So there's a good place for you guys to go. Like I'm sure you guys will go to heaven. That other person's definitely going to hell because yeah, that's just not.
I can hear you.
I'm not pointing at you, even though you probably are too. But I'm talking about the thing that was like all like creepy and possessing people. But I mean, you're technically possessing me too, but you're not doing it the same way. So yeah, but just don't worry. Like it's gonna be fine. Huzzah. And you're gonna move on and hopefully go to heaven and you're gonna have wings and stuff. It's gonna be great.
So you see him cry like Ghibli tears as he kind of nods his head and goes like, oh, okay, all right. And then he like slowly, reluctantly lets go of your hand. And then you feel yourself take control of your body as you look back and see Henry. Mike, you also see this. And actually all of you guys kind of see a faint like shimmer of Henry. And then you just see him sort of like dissipate before your eyes. And he is just like gone as the tension loosens. And Dante goes like, holy shit, you did it. Like he's gone from here. And you Kat begin to walk downstairs, right? To call her
Wait,
out.
is the mom still there?
The mom is still there. Yeah. And Kat, you walk downstairs to meet Shannon, and you see her look distraught as she kind of like looks around and goes like, "What did you guys do? Did you use the voodoo doll?"
No.
Is she within eyesight of upstairs?
Nah. She's around the corner and making her way down the staircase. Yeah.
So as far as I know, we didn't use the voodoo doll, right? Like it was like a just natural kind of thing.
I mean,
Correct.
I threw it at the other thing.
Okay. I'm gonna go downstairs and say like, no, we didn't need this one. Like it seemed cool. he liked a lot of anime. I don't know much about that.
And you see her look like begin to pace within her circle, and she goes like, "A spirit's been released," and without the voodoo doll. And then she like begins to panic a little bit, and she goes like, "This is all going so wrong." And she goes, "Okay, I fuck this circle." And then she ends up walking beyond it. As you see, as she walks beyond the circle, various of the pamphlets or like papers begins to activate like a purple rune that just shimmers for a moment and then goes away, as though it had like immense power within them. And then she seems to walk with purpose as she bypasses you and starts charging upstairs. And
As she like before she does that, I'm like, whoa, 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 hey, I don't like your attitude, and I try to stop her from going upstairs.
okay, go ahead and do a fight check to her brawn.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Yo, whoa, that's a 12.
12? Okay,
Oh.
nice.
Get him.
So
Oh
with-
wait, that's exploding. Hang on, hold.
Oh, you're right.
Ooh. Yes.
And that's a 23.
So with a 23, describe to me how you're beating the shit out of her. If you
I
want
like
to,
it.
or you would spin her against the wall.
Up
Yeah.
the stairs, and she's like, I don't like this, and I'm like, yo, no, you gonna stop and talk to me, and I just like straight like palm checker.
Okay. So
Like it's nah.
so you see her, her nicety is like just like dissipating before your eyes as she's trying to bypass you. She seems extremely stressed and panicked as she's trying to make her way up the stairs, and you palm her in the chest, like throwing her frail tiny body against the wall, and she looks extremely surprised by that action as the kind of like the wind was knocked out of her.
And as this happens, I see that, and I kind of feel bad, but also like I almost got tossed to the window. I'm looking beat to shit. I got thrown up against a wall and choked, and I'm just like, nah, man. Like I've had visions. Like every time I come downstairs, I have like these weird gaps. I'm not having it. What is going on? What is happening?
And then with that, you see her arm kind of like twist a little bit. And hold on, I gotta do this officially.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
So,
Right.
with that, you see her arm like
Just a little bit.
twist a little bit, and then you feel your body just lift up immediately and get thrown up to the ceiling as you're like sort of pinned there. And then she's like, hang on for a moment as she like keeps her hand up and raised
hanging.
as you're just like press against the ceiling. Go ahead and do a brawn check really quick.
That's cool.
So you did do damage to her, so she is injured.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
And all of you hear a
Dang.
giant thud come from, like, you hear the sound of conflict and then a
That's
giant
an
thud.
8.
An 8? Okay, so
Yeah.
with an 8, it banged you up, but it wasn't too impactful. Like, you're not, like, you don't have a concussion or anything like that. So you were pretty sturdy. You can still talk, you can still do everything you want to, but you're just pinned to the ceiling. And yeah, as you hear
Wait,
this,
do we hear this?
absolutely, as you're still in the room with the mom spirit, as the mom kind of tells Bianca and Mike, you know, that young woman has a lot of power. I've seen her come around here a few times, and she always like gazes in but never came in. And she goes, you guys should be careful of her, as she herself begins to back up into the corner of the room. And
Wait,
Oh
like,
my
hold
God.
on a second. So, like, now that I'm like one with the spirit, do you want to like totally become one with me so we can kick the crap out of that thing? Let's do it.
so you willingly let her possess your body?
Yes.
Okay, so she goes, yes, actually, I'll do whatever I can to help you out. Thank you for helping my son. And so she does walk into your body, and then you feel her like holding your hand essentially as a symbiotic
We'll be
relationship.
like soul sisters.
Hey, sister, so
You feel yourself stronger, and you feel yourself be more aware and cognizant of everything as you
Right.
see more of like something's happening in the attic, like something's getting rustling around. And then you see Shannon appear as she's stomping forward with one arm raised and clutched. And you see her walking with purpose and being like, like, where is the spirit? We need to trap it in the voodoo doll. And
You will not step any further. Put her down.
So I
she look
still
any
had
different to
one of
me?
the voodoo dolls. Also,
say it one more time, Kat.
I still had one of the voodoo dolls.
Yes, you
There
have.
was two. So Mike had one of them. I had the other as I was confronting her. So if that makes any difference, I just wanted to like throw that out there.
So, with you guys in the room, yes, she does look different. Now you can see a violet aura around her, as if she has like quite a bit of power. Same with Dante, but Dante is like a glimmer, like a shimmer now, as he's trying to get up to gather the strength to help out. And he goes, "Listen, I can get some of you guys out of here, or I can help you guys fight, but I can't do much else." He goes, "We gotta release her spirit before it's too late." And meanwhile, Shannon is walking towards you, Bianca, as you're in the entryway, and she goes like, "We don't have time for this."
Me as Jane turns to Dante and like, we have to do our part to fix this. This thing won't leave if we don't do something about it. And then I'm going to like basically go towards Shannon to try to stop her.
Okay. And when you do, okay, so go ahead.
I have the like.
I was wondering about that. The
Bianca
shank.
was holding the shank.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still have that in hand.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a fight check. And then JC, you've been quiet for a long time. Is there anything that you'd like to do?
Do I still have any of the holy water left, or did I waste it all earlier?
You have some Fiji. Yeah.
The fee, yeah, I'm clutching the
You
Fiji.
have the Fiji.
But like, I haven't heard anything. I've literally witnessed two of my friend get possessed twice, so I'm a little freaked out by that.
Yep.
Kind of shell shocked.
It's old news now.
And I'm literally just, I can't move because, like I said, like possession. That's not cool to a religious person. So,
What do I need?
Yeah, even if it's a friendly, you were possessed twice. So.
All right,
But,
you hold Bianca's earrings then.
Yeah.
Well,
Hold
more
my
or
ears.
less, I literally can't move until I see. And have I seen Shannon come up here? now?
Yes, so she's
Do I see that?
marching towards you guys with a purpose, and you heard the violent thud as Kat was like confronting her and being
Yeah.
like, "You need to tell us what's going on," and then something like, boom, and then yeah. So then,
Is she still on the ceiling? Talking about Kat.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, so I said, yeah, so basically Jane was like, you unhand her or whatever,
Mhm.
and she's like now talking to Shannon because she knows that it's stuff
Right.
going down.
Sure.
At least the
And-
spirit knows the other spirit.
and Shannon looks very distraught as she keeps looking up to the attic, and she goes like, "We don't have time for this. We have to get these this spirit. We have two. We have one spirit in the voodoo doll. We only need two. And then this all goes away. You guys can collect your money and get out of here."
Guys, don't trust her.
And, yeah, as they're up in the ceiling, and he's like, "Ignore her. She didn't mean that." And then
There's dark magic around you. You
And-
will not go any further towards these kids.
Dark magic pretty light, but that's fine. I'm up here. Like, if someone can help me down.
So
Cool.
yeah, so I'm charging forward to try to attack.
okay.
Attack home.
So when you
What
do
do I do
that,
to succeed?
Shannon lets go of her grip, and then you Cat fall from the ceiling and then onto the floor. So one, do a brawn check for that, and then two, so I'll do brawn
Wait,
for me,
brawn
and then
check?
you're gonna do a fight check, Bianca.
Oh,
I guess yeah.
wait.
So I
Fight,
do
not
brawn,
brawn.
she does fight.
Correct. So Kat's doing brawn because she's falling from the ceiling to the floor, and then Bianca, you're
Okay,
gonna
what do I need?
what did you roll?
Panic pudding dice. 11.
I rolled a 4, but I do have adversity tokens.
Okay, so she got a 5. So that means you need to get a 5 or greater in order to
Oh.
succeed in combat with her.
Okay, so I'm gonna use one of mine to try to be able to overtake them.
So
Okay.
my dice is a 10 on brawn. I got a 10, and then I rolled again. It was a 1.
Okay, so 11. So with an 11, you catch yourself. You kind of you fall to the ground, and it hurts a little bit, but you ultimately are fine as you now get up on your 2 feet. And then for Bianca, you're duking it out with Shannon. You didn't. You ended up succeeding on your roll, so that means that. Could you describe what you do to Shannon whether you just clock her.
So basically, I want to try to like punch her in the face
Uh-huh.
to try to knock her out. So then that way, like she's at least unconscious.
Okay, so you do clock her, and it does actually like contact, which she seems very like shook about, as she was already hit in the chest by Cat, and now she's hit in the actual jaw by you, as it staggers her a little bit, and she looks surprised by this as she keeps looking up to the attic. And of course, Bianca, you look up to the attic and you see that there's an actual attic entrance beginning to like shudder a little bit and move, and you see Shannon begin to like twist her hand towards you as she tries to cast something, and she seems extremely exhausted, but something does happen where you begin to feel a very nauseous, like in your stomach, and your whole body feels like it's on fire. Not actual fire, but just like pain as it wrecks over you. So go ahead and do a brawn check for me. And then Kat, what do you want to do?
I want to like kind of recover, and then I want to try and jump on Shannon, knowing like at this point knowing that she's no good, and just trying to restrain her.
Okay, and then JC and Mike, what would you guys like to do as well?
I would like to become unassuming.
Oh my god.
You get the lampshade and you like put it over your head, and and then JC.
I'm gonna try and help Cat restrain Shannon, and also try to throw some holy water on her. Maybe it'll work.
Okay, so all of you guys just like clamber on top of
5?
Shannon. So with the 5, it hurts. It hurts tremendously, but you're able to keep your wits about you, and your connection with Jane, the mother, is still strong, as you feel she's giving you added strength and added endurance to everything. But you can see that something is coming. That same spirit is coming from the attic now, and it's looking intently onto Shannon, as Shannon is looking back up to it. As so for JC and Kat, go ahead and give me a fight check, and you guys will need a 6 to succeed.
If I'm skilled at fight, what does that mean?
Yeah.
That means that you get. What does it mean again?
What was it like? If the check is under 9 or something like that?
That's right. You automatically succeed. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So
she does say skilled at fight.
all right. So you pin her down, and then Kat. Yep. You pin her down as well, and she seems like just on the floor, trying her best to look up, and then suddenly, in a snap of motion, you see the spirit go from the actual addict like into Shannon, as you see this spirit. Now, for Mike and for Bianca, you specifically can see that this spirit seems to be just like tearing into Shannon, as Shannon's spirit is like stronger than your guys', as she's trying to like fight against it, but ultimately her defenses fail as it just like pours into her body. And then with sort of a shrug, everyone's body gets lifted to the actual ceiling, and just kind of like gets like pinned there, as you all kind of like watch and look, and you watch Shannon's body begin to slowly rise, and then look up at all of you as her eyes turn completely black into her pupils. And she goes, "I appreciate you giving me such a great vessel. I grant you this gift of life. Now, I do need a soul to consume, so if you don't want yours to be consumed, then leave the woman with me," as she kind of looks to Bianca, as a double voice is talking to you now. And
but we can't leave because we're tied to the ceiling.
You're not
So are we
taking
stuck?
anyone.
Are we stuck? Can I try to do something to try to free myself?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of you guys can do a brawn check to try to break from her actual bind. And now Bianca and Mike, you can see that she seems weak. The fighting Shannon to possess her body took a tremendous amount of effort, but she seems like she still has a lot of power.
So we're talking about like how restrained are we? Are we like like absolutely can't move, or are we in that like spinny ride at a carnival where it's just like more G's?
It feels like more G's, sort of, where you kind of feel like someone's pressing against your body, and you can push like pretty hard, but it's still pushing against you. So Kat, what do you want?
So am I still holding on? Like I'm still holding on to one of the voodoo dolls. I
Uh,
haven't let it go yet.
correct.
I want to try and yeet myself off the ceiling to just grapple this incorporeal spirit, which is probably gonna go badly for me, but like just pressing the voodoo doll against it.
Okay. So go and do a brawn check.
Can we make like a ghost sandwich? I would also like to do the same.
Okay,
thing
go
with the
ahead if
voodoo
anyone
doll.
wants to. Yeah. Get her.
Get her. So what is that?
You need a 9 to succeed.
All right. So that was a 6,
Okay.
so I'm gonna use my 3 of my adversity tokens to succeed.
Okay, you fight with all of your might and willpower, and you're able to break from her hold, and then plummet down to the ground, and then scramble to get on top of her. And then Mike, you also are able to free yourself, right, with a 10.
Yep.
Okay, and then you rush over to go ahead and like dogpile her as well. JC and Bianca, what would you guys like to do? As
Do we get released because of the fact that the thing now is like grappled? Like
Correct.
the concentration possibly is broken?
Exactly, and not only that, but Jane is begging for you, pleading for you to not leave her alone with this spirit, and she's just like, yeah, wanting you to please help her.
So my Bianca is gonna say like, "Oh my God, this thing! Like, okay, how do we stop her? How do we stop her? Do I stab her? You, as me, stab her? Like, how do we do it?"
So Jane tells you, I really like don't quite know. Even if you kill Shannon's body, the spirit is still going to linger here. It might be too powerful for you, but there's got to be some sort of way. And she just seems very panicked. As Dante seems very staggered and weak, and he goes like, "You guys pin her down and press the voodoo dolls to her, and I'll try to like blast her to weaken her." And you guys are pinning her down. Do you apply the voodoo dolls to her?
Oh yeah, I'm rubbing that shit all
Yeah,
over.
no,
Well, me
my-
as Jane is gonna be further back. Me as
Yeah.
Jane is gonna be with Dante,
Okay. And
Yeah.
Dante,
protecting him.
It's me and Mike also nibbling on our pieces of cheese, just like.
Right. So you see Dante begin to do his Naruto hand signals, and he just pours into it, and he goes like, I this is the last thing I have. If this doesn't work, then you guys are gonna have to run for your lives, because I have nothing after this. And he shoots forward another blast of actual purple energy as it impacts Shannon's head, like taking off a piece of her scalp, and like, breaking her nose and all that sort of stuff and everything. And you guys are like using your actual voodoo dolls to apply it to her. And Mike and Bianca, you guys can clearly see that it seems like Shannon's spirit and this other spirit are like stretching from this one body, and it's being sucked into the actual voodoo doll as it does finally split and sink into the doll. As you now can know that all 3 voodoo dolls have spirits in them that can look out from them. They can do slight things, but ultimately they're forever haunting this small doll. And Shannon's body goes cold as it's actually still alive, but in a vegetative state as blood pours from her scalp. And at that point, Dante just passes out and collapses to the ground. And the tension completely lifts from this area. And
I'm running right over to Dante right now and like.
Well, I'm with next to Dante, so like as Jane, I'm holding him kind of like, so that way he's not like he didn't smash his head or anything.
Okay.
Right.
As you do that, Jane kind of lets go of you as you take full possession of your body and able to catch Dante. And you see Jane sort of go like, "You did it. Like, thank you so much. I can't believe I never thought this day would come." As her body immediately ascends and just dissipates. And yeah, you're left in this very eerie house, and you hear
Who has a lighter?
I wanna say a really cool one-liner. Do I have to roll for it?
Go for it.
Lighter, because we should totally burn those things.
So it's up to, what do you want to say, Mike?
I want to say, internship denied.
And then
Oh my god.
so you guys probably have lighters and everything, so if you'd like to, it's completely up to you what you'd like to do in the situation. Dante's passed out but still alive. It seems like just very exhausted, and Shannon's body is in a vegetative state, but is currently like bleeding from a wound to the head, and yeah.
Well, she's intrinsically bad, so I don't care.
I am gonna try and help her.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. And Bianca mentioned. Did I hear Bianca say we need to burn these things?
I mean, we just need to like try to get rid of. I mean, there's still like those things are still in it, but like if we burn it with fire, won't it like, I don't know, like won't they die?
What if it
Like,
just
die
releases them?
Fire.
Like, okay, now in this case, okay, going back, this is me as player, going back to when I looked up the stuff from the legit agency, ghost hunting agency. Just kidding, we're totally more legit than them. They are at this point.
Anti-ghost
But
club, yeah.
all of the information, would I have technically learned that the fire may actually like kill them, or would it actually release them? Like, would I know based on that information when I looked at everything?
You gained no information as to that at all. It didn't even talk about how best to like exorcise ghosts, just to how to prevent sort of hauntings with salt and crucifixes and all that sort of stuff. But nothing here. So you're unsure of what is going to happen if you burn them or keep them as is. But the choice is yours. As all checks will succeed at this moment. If you need to do whatever, lift Dante, bring him to wherever, you have 3 of the voodoo dolls in your possession and a house filled of ritualistic candles and papers around and all that sort of stuff.
I don't trust any of the stuff, like especially if it's ritualistic candles and papers, particularly if Shannon was the one behind it. So maybe we want to stay away from those. Not gonna lie.
I want to burn those.
Yeah, I kind of want to burn it all at this point.
Burn the house again.
Well, not burn the house. Like, listen, I'm not trying to, like, Daddy would kill me because then he has to take care of that with his lawyers. No, we're not doing that. We can burn the stuff, like, in a garbage can outside or something. Like, making sure that it's not, like, you know, obviously in the house where the whole house will burn down.
Yeah, that's probably better.
So Kat wants to, like, kind of get away from Shannon and all of, like, that negativity. And like, because of her family and everything that she's used to, like, she's used to kind of a little more positively, but like still dead negative stuff. So she's going to go back to the window with the Patrick Star and the SpongeBob walkie-talkie and sit on the edge of the bed that's looking out the window. With both the walkie-talkies facing toward her, or like on either side of her, and like it's almost a meditative like position where she's just trying to channel the energy, but she's just like, all right, I'm here. I'm sorry this happened to you. I hope that we got the negative energy away, and if we didn't, let us know so we could get the negative energy away.
And all is quiet and all is calm in this moment. Granted, near the voodoo dolls, whoever touches the voodoo dolls, you feel some weird, icky, bad juju. But other than that, if you keep them in the jar that Shannon already had some of them in, then it seems to seal them, and you can't feel any energies like seep out of it. But you know that they're haunted and they're definitely in there. So officially, how would you like to proceed with this one? Would you like to burn the voodoo dolls or leave them be?
Ooh.
I would like to leave them be because we can always burn them later.
If we're gonna burn them later, we might as well burn them now.
Yeah, but we don't know what burning them does.
While I'm solo in that room, is there like a toy that looks half finished that I can kind of like try and finish and just let it be?
Sure, that's completely fine. Yeah.
Like I find like a Lego like Millennium Falcon that they're trying to build.
Sweet.
And
Nice.
I
For the next
I
16
help
hours,
build
you
it
begin to build the. Just kidding. And then
Yeah.
that's completely fine.
I help them build it, and I sit back and I'm just like, Henry, I'll play with you any day. It'll be a great time.
And yeah, all is calm and all is peaceful as you feel good energy around you now for the first time. There's a bit of a warmth, and the unnatural coldness completely fades away. And even the weather itself begins to dissipate and just go to calm sort of night as the clouds come as fast as they came and all that. And is everyone in favor of leaving it be? All right.
Like, Kat, are you sure that we need to just like leave this? Like, I'm gonna come upstairs and be like, I think we should get like, what if somebody unleashes these things again? Like, can't they just like go out into like the universe and like do more damage?
Yeah, what's to stop somebody else from coming about this and
I
unleashing havoc?
mean, yes. Like if Admiral Thrawn was to come down and really wreak some havoc, then we might have an issue. But I think right now, Han Solo and our heroes are gonna have a good day.
Who's Han Solo?
Who's Naruto?
Well, like, listen. So, well, it's Mike's obsession is Naruto, okay, and Henry and like, kid Dante, who's like still downstairs, hurt. So can I go and wake up Dante? I'm gonna go and wake up Dante.
So I'll say
try to ask him because I need to know what to do with these things.
Okay, so we're gonna say that like you guys leave the house, you clear up everything, maybe burn that stuff, throw it in the dumpster, whatever, but clean up as much as you can, and then you end up leaving, and you tend to Dante probably in Socorro's house. She's like, it's right nearby, and he comes to and has some water and everything, and goes, I really don't know. I feel like these things are built of magic and is essentially like a prison for whatever soul is trapped into it. So it might be best there, but maybe in the future we can like ask a priest or someone more skilled in this. But it might be best to keep them where they are now. And then he kind of
What about burying it? Like,
Wait, do I hear this? Do I hear this?
Right.
Exchange
Yep, you
mind
guys are
with them?
all in the living room sort of thing. Yeah,
Wait, you mentioned a priest, right? A
and
priest that might be able to deal with exorcisms.
And he goes, yeah, someone more experienced in this, whether it be a shaman, witch doctor, or a priest of some kind.
Father Mordecai. Father Mordecai might know something about this. Father Mordecai, because I think in the first session you mentioned Father Mordecai was a priest that may specialize in exorcism.
Things would have been different if you had that old man with you.
Yes, they very well would have.
So,
God damn it.
So what I'm going to say, you guys chose to keep them, sealed and all that kind of stuff in here. So what happens is that you guys like reel from that night and what happened as PTSD kind of like sets in. It's like, holy shit, we experienced all that kind of stuff. Socorro is like beside herself with gratitude as she pays you what you're owed and then $1,000 more as a thank you, as you all split up whatever way you guys want to, and you guys are able to just cleanse that house. And let me know what you guys what you guys would feel to do. Do you guys feel like you would stay together and continue to do more investigations as a group, or do you feel like after this one terrible encounter you like split up and go your separate ways in life? And
Okay, well, so Kat, being a mortician, it like she wants to go, like if she didn't do it before, she's gonna do it now. Take a piece of Shannon's like hair, whether or not like if she's alive or not, she like takes a piece to just like if we're gonna do a funeral home or whatever, like we could ash it or we could do other things with it. Like that's what she's planning on doing.
sounds good. And I'm gonna say that you guys like did whatever with her car and then dropped her body off at the like hospital or something like that to you take care of.
Yeah, like we definitely dropped her off, but like kind of like acted like she had like one too many drinks and she hit her head.
Fucking
And
the head
then
is missing
She
pieces.
hit her head on the cheeks.
Oh my
gosh.
so I left her there, and then we went in my car.
Daddy's
and
got
then-
Get him off.
cleaners.
Get her
Yeah,
down, get him
right. Yeah,
off.
Daddy's going.
No, like I didn't give my name or anything. I'm like, oh, we saw her. She was like so drunk and she hit her head.
Or it's like a Darth Vader
you know,
funeral. You
she
like
needs
put all her
help right
ritual
now.
stuff.
So then, yeah, so I just left. We left her there.
Okay.
But-
yeah. So
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
still in the
Yeah.
hospital. Like, you're unknown. It's unknown whether how she's doing, if she has any family, or what's going on with her. But you just know that since that she's not come to at all. She's just still alive, but very like in a vegetative state, of course. And yeah. So who else feels like they would stay, or like if this was the last adventure that the Booyahs have?
I would absolutely stay friends, because otherwise there's no
Yes.
like coming back
Yeah.
from this.
Yeah.
We're just
No.
perpetually
I
the
think
crazy person.
You having miniseries is what I think that we need.
Right.
It's like to be continued.
Yeah, right.
Dot.
Yeah. Jojo Ek is it?
JC.
Yeah.
Like I see that. Yeah, go ahead.
I could safely say JC would not want to involve himself with any sort of paranormal, being the person who's the religious one on the team.
Mhm.
That being said, I'm pretty sure something would probably draw him back in, because he's still in contact with them, and knowing full well that, having experienced it, something would invariably draw him back in, whether by
Yeah.
choice or not. Yeah.
I feel like with Bianca, like she's kind of like over that whole thing. Like she basically proved through actually making having monetary gain, like obviously like, hey, like I could make money and make a profit, and it was successful, and like I was like helping to manage the company and whatever, and so that way her dad would know that she's obviously learned something in school and could basically be, he could invest in her business of like trying to like obviously have this
Yeah.
beauty line that she wants to have,
And
but
Kat
she would
is
still hang
so
out with
down.
them.
Kat's
Yeah.
still down to help that with her mortuary, like when we talked about like second episode of like, hey, I got people coming in with dead things that are like looking for some closure. So Kat's still down to kind of help, like
Investigate it.
people
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like it depends, but like they're friends.
Yeah.
But she's like not trying to get mixed up in that whole thing. Like, but
It's an
dot
extra
dot dot.
bonus to her family's thing. So
I will
it's
say that
fine.
you guys all have like residual sort of like encounters with sort of ghosts or whatever, specifically like Henry and Jane, but in positive encounters, like feeling sad and someone just feels like they're comforting you and all that kind of stuff. But I can also tell that Bianca would definitely write a blog post being like, use this one weird trick to gain $5,000 in one day. It's like ghost hunting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are like way over time, but I want to thank you guys so much for like sticking with us and everything. So I appreciate you guys so much, and like hopefully the story was fun and engaging and all everything like that, because it was definitely a different tale than we're probably all used to.
Yeah.
For sure, it was fun.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do tell me who you guys are, what you guys do, where we can find you, starting with Utahime.
Okay, so really quick, thank you guys for sticking with us this long. Please make sure to follow and subscribe to INDG,
Yeah.
please. They are amazing and they're doing great things for the community. I'm Utahime, Utahime Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I'm a variety streamer and a cosplayer, and also Brianna DeCosta on Twitter.
Yeah. And then going over to Rob from Fantasy Banjo.
Again, I'm Rob from Fantasy Banjo. I played this group's fuck up, and I think I'm also this group's fuck up in real life. So
Gosh,
you can follow-
please.
you can follow me and my group of Misadventures at Fantasy Banjo anywhere social media exists.
Yeah. And then go over to Andrew.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for watching. My name is Andrew J. Alandy. Primarily a fighting game streamer, but I've turned into a variety streamer. I play a lot of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Andrew J. Alandy. Again, Andrew J. Alandy, it's the way it's spelled down there. Or if you're into Twitch, again, twitch.tv/Duralath, and then my separate fighting game Twitter, twitter.com/Duralath. Again, thank you so much for watching, and you are all beautiful people.
Yeah, and he has the voice of an angel, so make sure to watch his Twitch because he sings. And
That's true. Twitch things is the best.
and then going over to Cosplay and Beer.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Cosplay and Beer, also Ashley Rose. If you haven't seen me, I'm on Instagram and Twitch for the most part. A little bit on Facebook, but not really. But I do cosplay and beer, and then I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I do a little bit of role playing games with Fable 24 and with everybody
42.
else. Or 42.
Fired! You're out of here. You get good.
Oh yeah. It's fine. I'm also have major social anxiety, so it's fine. It's cool. We're here.
You're doing great.
But thanks, guys.
Yeah.
For joining in Cosplay and Beer.
Nice. They're all wonderful people. Make sure to check them out. It doesn't take too long to like follow them on their different Twitch channels and everything because they just pump out like really good content. It's amazing. And I am DeAngelo from The Geek Life, which is an indie media outlet that we do whatever we can to bring optimism and like, you know, interview awesome homies and everything like that. We want to thank once again I Need Diverse Games for giving us a space to do this, and Tanya for being just so wonderful and so kind and throughout all of this. So we're really excited. We hope we can do more in the future. And for now, we're going to sign off, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday and a great night.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks, everyone.